Yes! Back. Get in there. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, the losing Chelsea fan.
Hey, look, we all take L's. We're still world champions, still European champions, still reigning, defending. But yesterday was just not our day, man. We got a lot to discuss, boys. We got a lot to discuss.
We do indeed. I'm joined by Dave, an Arsenal fan.
Bruv, am I really trusting the process, fam? That's what we're discussing. That still.
I'm joined by AD, a League Cup champion Liverpool fan.
We're soon gonna add more to that. Do you know why?
Why?
Oh my god!
No matter what, got the prem on my mind, baby.
Listen, I got the prem on my mind.
Hey, that's if the league don't screw you, man, bruv.
I mean, you can't stop destiny. You can't stop destiny.
Them brown paper bags are being passed about, lads.
Indeed, and I'm joined by a special guest. We've got another Liverpool fan in the building. He goes by the name of Mo. What is happening, Mo? League Cup champion. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast.
Big up, man. Listen, I appreciate you having me on. I couldn't find a cigar in time, so I got my toothpick.
Speaking of cigars, yeah. Hey, Maurizio Sarri must be having the fattest Cuban right now, bro.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Your boy, blood.
Let's get into it, ladies.
Okay. Let me go to the comments and show love to everybody that's already locked in. Tahar says, "Big up the panel. I know Chelsea lost, but we can't let United off today." Facts. Soccer God says, "Hold that, Oscar." Big up Evan. It's love always. Oscar's face says tension. Abdi says, "Is this Mo from Big Six Bands?"
Yep.
Yeah. Monch channel, isn't it?
Man.
Yeah. I'm not watching today. Take care, lads. Big up Abdi, man. You don't want to watch because you know United didn't do the business again.
Bro, where are the United people actually? Yeah, man, I'm ducking and diving.
No, it's all right, man. Forget about them.
No Robin, no Ernest, no Abdi. What are we talking about here? What's going on? But listen, as I said, let's talk. This salty guy, your first domestic trophy in 10 years. Mo, I'm going to kick things off with you. I mean, how does it feel to be beating Chelsea at Wembley, lifting yet another trophy in the Klopp era?
Feels good. It feels good. I could have not witnessed a trophy lift yesterday, and it still would have felt just as sweet. Because it's Chelsea. It's Chelsea.
Yeah.
I hate Chelsea, bro. I hate him with a passion. You know, obviously, for those who are old enough, you know about them rivalries back in the you got 05, you got 07, you got 08, you got 09, you got that famous ghost goal, you got Mourinho versus Rafa. Listen, the pain has always been there, and you know, obviously a lot of rival fans like to run this propaganda of, oh, Klopp ain't won a domestic trophy. Well, I mean, obviously they can't run that no more, and it's a beautiful sight to see Oscar sitting here humbled, especially after he went to the game. He had to sit there. I've seen the beautiful pictures you guys took, Oscar. Looked like you had a great time. I spoke to Mo, I spoke to Vitor, but it's been beautiful, man. I've not spoken to you yet, but I'm looking forward to getting into the game. But you know what? That trophy, I think Liverpool and Chelsea gave this trophy relevance again. I'm going to be completely honest, because no cap, last 5 years, who even remembers who City played? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
it's one of them ones. So yeah, it feels beautiful, man. Feels great, and Chelsea can hold that still.
AD, you want to add some 2 cents to what Mo said there? You know, being a Liverpool fan as well, you must be delighted. You must be over the moon.
Yeah, mate, absolutely ecstatic. And to piggyback off of Mo's point, you know, something that's been used to discredit Jurgen Klopp and the work that he's done with this Liverpool side is the fact that, he hasn't won a domestic cup. He's only won 3 trophies or whatever it is. And I do sort of agree with that. And I do think that, you know, if we want to sort of fortify our legacy as being one of the best teams in recent memory, you know, we need to start picking up these easy W's along the way. You know, Carabao Cup being one, FA Cup being another. So yeah, the fact that it's been a decade that we haven't won a domestic cup is mind-boggling, really. So yeah, man, let the good times roll on. We just need to keep winning now. Win, and hopefully, if we can get another 1, 2, maybe even 3 trophies before the season's over. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do you know what I have to admit, before we get on to Oscar's part on this game, I have to admit it was a very entertaining game for the Nooch, and I had no desire to watch this final. Chelsea and Liverpool, they're not too. Liverpool, I don't really have a big issue with, but Chelsea, I can't stand watching them. And it's one of those. I didn't think it would be a good final. I thought it would be boring, and obviously it was a Carabao Cup. You thought no one's really going to take it seriously, but some of the clear-cut chances both teams had, I was amazed. It was 0-0. Amazed that we went to penalties and it was 0-0. So it was a very well fought game. Oscar, how hard done by do you feel by the result at the end of it all?
Yeah, I was really, really annoyed. I went into this game saying to a lot of people that I felt like Chelsea were the underdogs. I know not everybody felt that way, but I just felt like, Liverpool are a much better team right now. Their current squad under Jurgen Klopp is a bit superior to ours. And obviously the form that they're in, they just won their last game 6-0. We are struggling to create chances. We're struggling to get anything. You know what I mean? We're not playing well at the moment. So going into this game, I was like, we're going to stink it out. We're going to defend. We're going to try and hit them on the counter and hopefully get something. So when I watched it and we actually played well and we actually created chances and we actually did things, I was like, yo, this game is even. Like, either team in 90 minutes or in extra time, like either team could have won this game. It wasn't like Liverpool dominated us as I thought they would have. So for us to lose it after 11 penalties and Kepa to be the one that did it, flipping it. Yeah, I was fuming. I was absolutely fuming.
It could not have happened to a better person, bro. Kepa, absolute scumbag, blood. Scum,
yeah,
bro.
I'll tell you, there was a Maurizio Sarri smile on my face when I saw him,
Bro,
score a try, a conversion.
The joy me and my uncle.
Give me one.
Right? Hey, is that Ernest in the building? Man,
Go on.
Man took a goal kick, for the final.
Bro, he took a conversion. He thought this was the Six Nations. Where the hell? What's going on here?
Bro, it was a horrible penalty, bro.
Like, do you know why it was so funny? Because like they done this whole build up, like he went back into the dressing room to get his gloves. He came out like he was the big dog. Like this was some superstar. I'm gonna lie to you, like I was watching, I was thinking, raw. All right then. Like I might be a bit techie. And bro, like the irony, you could have made it up. 11 pens he ate, and he went and he missed the final one. I mean, it's like he's learning from his compatriot in Manchester, but
bro,
my man was playing at Wembley and thought it was one of the NFL games. You get me?
Bro, bro, I watched the penalty again. Yeah, it was a bro. Nah, I'm sorry. Yeah. There's a way to miss a penalty, but that is just a howler.
No, you're absolutely right. This is jargon. We'll probably wait till Oscar gets back in on this, but this idea of substituting a goalkeeper for the penalty shootout, it's an absolute farce. Surely, am I the only one that thought that? I thought this is a bit Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean? It's all song and dance.
Sorry, I had to disappear. Someone was at the door at this hour, which is crazy to me. But Ela, she says it was a good game, really good game. In fact,
big up Ela.
Big up C1. Who says big up Mo. Yeah, sorry. What question were we on? What did you?
Yeah, no. I was just saying, like, do you not find it a shenanigans when they, you substituted the goalkeeper for the penalty shootout? I mean, if I'm Mendy, tomorrow morning when they're back in training, I'm having a conversation. I'm having a hard conversation with Tuchel just to say, I'm just going to let you know how I feel about this. He was very gentlemanlike, sportsmanlike on the day. He bigged up Kepa, tried to encourage him, blah blah. But I'm sorry, Tuesday morning, I'm at the door saying, "Yo, my G, I'm going to let you know how I feel," and walk away. He's been fantastic for Chelsea the last 12 months.
Well, these are the facts of the situation. You guys know how much I rate Edouard Mendy. I think he's a great goalkeeper. So happy that we have him. And you know how low my opinion is of Kepa. I think he's trash. I think he's terrible. Like, I think he's so, like, not a good goalkeeper. However, when I look at the facts of the situation, there's players that have strengths and weaknesses. Edouard Mendy is terrible at penalties. Terrible. Like, he's a huge goalkeeper, but for some reason, when he's at a penalty, he puts his arms close to each other. He does this little T-Rex arm thing. He makes the goal feel, like, easy to score. And, yeah, he's never had a good record for us in penalties. He's only saved He's only saved one for Chelsea, and I think that was when Aguero tried a Panenka and he just caught it.
When
Kepa
you
has saved multiple penalties for Chelsea.
At the stadium, what was it like? What was the Chelsea fans like? How was the atmosphere when they saw that substitution being made?
We all knew the sub was coming, and everyone cheered when Kepa came on because this has happened before. People have to remember, like, Kepa's won us prior to this season. Kepa's won us multiple penalty shootouts. This season alone, he came off the bench in the exact same scenario in the Super Cup, and we won the penalty shootout. He won us, saved a penalty in the first round that we were in against Southampton in the League Cup. And against Aston Villa in the League Cup, we won through a penalty shootout where Kepa saved the penalty. So 3 shootouts we've won this year with Kepa. I can't fault Tuchel for making that decision. And yeah, he saved the penalty against Plymouth 2 weeks ago in the FA Cup. Mate. So I can't fault Tuchel. I can fault Kepa for being having a horrible performance.
He got buried, blood. First of all, yeah.
It's what it is, man.
Hey, what's the Liverpool keeper's name? I don't want to butcher his name, bro.
Kevin Kelleher.
Bro,
we got the Irish crew.
He buried this penalty, bro. I was like, yo, this is a wrap, bro. Hey, Courtois is gonna miss, bro.
No, but Dave, you can't blame these lot, man. Not everybody's second choice goalkeeper can put a penalty away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is it.
I
was the luck of the Irish.
No.
Oh, by the way, the keeper held 10, and he's coming in with smoke.
By the way,
crazy.
Yeah, he held 10. Yours held 11, and he's the.
I called him trash.
Yeah, but mine's not trash.
How many times did we put the ball past him?
How many times?
We put the ball past him, what, like 4 times?
How many times do you do it in normal time and extra time? Same time as we put the ball past Mendy. Hold that.
No, that's not true. Mendy was outstanding in the game. Mendy was outstanding. Was he?
I mean, was he not?
As in, like, okay, obviously the goals that were offside, like, you can't really judge them. No. But when shots were faced, even Kai Havertz's header, he pushed it in his own net.
Pulisic's chance.
Great save.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I have a pet peeve, bro.
Yeah, what's that?
I need to discuss it, bro.
Before you do, wait, David, before you do, yeah, everybody that's watching this video right now, I beg you do me a big favor and hit the like button. Smash that like button, people. Would love for you to do. And if you like content like this, please hit the subscribe button. David, what's your pet peeve?
You see, boss, like Endo's comment, the last one, yeah, Van Dijk's pen. The best penalty of the penalty is Fabinho, blood.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
It has to, I'm sorry. Hey.
Yeah.
But we see the Van Dijk one, yeah?
Mm.
How can he hit it on the keeper's side? How can he bury the keeper when the keeper's already on that side? The audacity.
Kepa was moving mad, but I was yo, what is going on here?
The walkway.
Do you know what?
It's the walkway.
Madam, do you know what I thought? Yeah, do you know with that penalty? I thought, like, look at this, yeah. Look at this, yeah. So Kepa, if you're gonna challenge any of the Liverpool penalty takers, right? Why would you challenge the one who's ice cold?
Do you know I didn't even deep it? I didn't deep that. That's where he was standing.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what he did.
No, guys. I asked this question to my boy during the game. Am I bugging or is he not standing in the middle? Like, what's he doing?
It's the shades of green that's made me clock it.
Guys, you know what the worst thing is? Van Dijk went that side.
Yeah.
He went at him and he still didn't save it.
Buried him.
Yeah, I mean, my main annoyance. Oh yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, Oscar, I was just gonna say, I don't think people are clocking this. That was intentional by Kepa. He was daring him to go the other side, and I don't think people are clocking that. Van Dijk is his whole way of like saying, "Do you know who I am?"
Alpha male.
He buried it, and then did you not see the way he stared him down?
Yeah.
It's like he jacked him. What's wrong here, bro?
Big up, Boss Like Endo. He says Van Dijk's pen was the best. He binsed it. Yeah, man. It was crazy. Like when someone goes the right way, I would say if you go the right way and you can't save it, that's a good penalty. And
bro, he was standing right there, bro. And then the Panenka, I'm sorry, bro. Fabinho, yeah. Well, you know, once you get Panenka in the penalty shootout, you deserve to lose, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
It's funny, David, because I thought all the chances Chelsea had, and I think even like the offsides, I just thought this is going to Liverpool. It's actually going to go to Liverpool because it was too much. Where I thought, like, come on, Chelsea, you've got to bury these.
Let me get on to my pet peeve now, yeah.
What's your pet peeve, bro?
The offsides, yeah, where them saying that you cannot score with your arm, bro. You're onside. I don't understand, bro.
Oh, the offside.
Should we talk about the offsides? Chelsea were scored what 3 offside goals in this game. Liverpool had a
so.
goal ruled out as well for offside. Do you guys think VAR did its job when it came to the offside situations?
Yeah, it's correct, but my pet peeve is that the one with the arm, bruv. I can't stand that one. It gets on my damn nerves.
Yeah, the arm. Ernest,
I thought Lukaku was onside.
Bro, he's on, bruv.
Yeah.
I thought Lukaku was onside.
I don't know what. You see, my anger with the offside rule is purely the fact that I always feel like there should be daylight between striker and defender, because then there's a clear advantage. Lukaku's not got an advantage as such over the last man there. There's no advantage. Well, let me say there's no disadvantage to Liverpool there. You understand what I'm saying?
It's good movement from Rum.
Exactly, and the arm is farcical, because if he taps the ball in the net with his arm, you're not giving the goal.
It's annoying because both his feet are actually behind Van Dijk's foot,
and even
like
more
his
so,
advanced foot. So it's
Absolutely.
like he's not really gaining an advantage from being in that position. It's just his arm that's over the line. So it's unfortunate.
You tell me the torso of Van Dijk and the torso of Romelu Lukaku, it even looks like Van Dijk's ahead of him. Did you catch my drift? It's like I don't get what the advantage is here.
How do you want man to run, bruv? His arm is gonna be dead. Look at Van Dijk's position.
In the nature of transparency as well, and even from like a Liverpool perspective, I can't lie, I thought it was a goal. Yeah, and the one thing I'll say to you, the reason why it's so jarring, is look at the irony of this situation. Romelu Lukaku is offside. Is offside by the same part of his arm that Rodri controlled the ball the day before.
We will get to that, my
we'll
friend.
Get to that one, my friend.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's but one of them is deemed perfectly fine to control the ball with. The other one is deemed not okay to be ahead by. So. Yeah, it's a bit of a joke. Lola's saying, don't forget about the camera angle. We see it differently. Do you guys think that's a factor here?
Nah, I don't. I see this every single time, and I'll keep saying it. If you cannot score that part of the body, you're onside. Unless, bro, it's just ridiculous. No.
I mean, if we look at it from Van Dijk's side, let's say, and we're looking across the pitch, does Lukaku look like he's ahead? I don't know. This angle is not direct. It's not straight.
Let's be real. This angle is not giving us anything. We can't tell Jack from this angle.
I will say one thing. I will say is, Lola, I completely hear what you're saying about the camera angle. One thing I will say is that if you were showing me the camera angle without the lines, I would agree with what you're saying. However, when you've got the lines there, the angle don't matter. Like really and truly, you can see what it is right there, and that's farcical for me. In my eyes, that's a goal.
Yeah.
So often that makes you feel better. You won in an imaginary world.
You make me sick, man. You make me sick. But I think before this game, one of the things that I kept saying to people about Lukaku in particular was that he's been horrible for Chelsea. Let me not cap for a second. He's been horrible for the past maybe 4 months now. But he does not miss chances in a Chelsea. Like, I haven't seen him miss chances in a Chelsea shirt. We all know the horrible striker history that we have. Lukaku, Morata, Werner, Torres. I watch these guys miss sitters on a weekly basis. Yeah, Lukaku doesn't miss chances. So I was on a stream with Hassam a couple of days ago previewing the game, and I said to him, big up Hassam, he's just arrived. Big up my man. You speak of his name and he turns up. Yeah, no, I was saying to him, bro, like Liverpool's high line, the way they play, Chelsea are going to get chances in this game, and I would much rather those chances fall to Lukaku rather than a Mason Mount or a Pulisic or whatever. And you kind of saw why my logic was that way, because Lukaku didn't miss, and when he was through, I didn't have any doubts in my mind that he was scoring that goal. Whereas the clear-cut chances that Mason Mount has, the clear-cut chances that Pulisic has, bro, that man in front of goal.
I was gobsmacked when they missed those chances. I was gobsmacked.
I blamed them more than Kepa.
Yep.
Yeah. Kepa's got to hold it too, though. Kepa's got to hold it too.
No. Everyone is going to have to hold some level of accountability. But Uncle, no Alisson, and you get those type of chances, you bury. You bury, bruv. This is a final. Do you see what I'm saying? Liverpool, for me, were not as good as you in terms of execution on the night. They just dominated possession for a couple especially like second half of the first half, Liverpool dominated possession. But bruv, Salah was asleep. Alonso was having a field day with him, bro. I said, nah, this is madness, bro. Chelsea need to take their chances because Liverpool are not at the races in terms of like going forward. So
Ernie, do you know what's wild?
Do
you know what's wild? To your point about no Alisson, yeah, the chances they got, they didn't even make my man make a save. That's the worst part. Kelleher.
But that's what I think goes back to Oscar's point about the two goalkeepers. Like, apart from the one mistake that Mendy made when he did that mad pass that created the chance
that was a stinker.
That Salah missed. Bruv, like Mendy was about that double save from Keita's shot to Mane's shot, bruv. He was moving brazy. You see what I'm saying?
And you know what as well?
Go on.
I was just going to say, and I think football's momentum. I understand Chelsea have this whole, Kepa is our designated penalty stopper, but the way Mendy was moving in that game, he was looking unbeatable, bro. Like, I don't get why Tuchel made that decision. Based on the game went.
Football, just like you said today, Adrian, on Twitter, you said football is a fine margins game.
Yeah,
because if the penalties keep going on, because both goalkeepers were trash in the penalty shootout, yeah,
horrendous.
They were horrendous in the shootout, yeah. So if Kepa, like, bro, bear those pens, they might go the right way, but it's like, you know, when you finish cardio and you're about to do weights. It's that middle middle section. Like, nah, they were not on it.
You've got man like Kanate and Chalobah scoring penalties. Like, what's going on?
Kanate's penalty.
Chalobah looked like it was first day in primary school, bro.
Bro, certain man was stressed. Harvey Elliott breathed a sigh of relief. Andy Robertson, he was.
I think Robertson was going to stay it. To be fair,
look, let's be real. If you're not in the top 6, you're not meant to take a penalty. You're not meant to. Like, the top 5, you're prepared. Maybe one after is like, yeah, I banged a couple before. The others, if you're not in the top 6, bro, you ain't meant to be there.
But
so the fact that
this is more so the reason I'm looking at Mason Mount and Pulisic's chances
to
bury Liverpool.
Yeah, should have got that far.
Yo, are we
going
to talk about the fact that Thiago Silva, who else? There was a few men who took penalties before Timo Werner, you know.
Bro,
Werner was like 9th, wasn't he?
Bro,
or 8th.
Timo Werner, like, is a shook you. Like,
he's a shook guy, blood.
He's so shook. This is a guy that in Leipzig scored. It was a penalty taker at Leipzig, and he was banging them in. Yeah, he comes to Chelsea now. His first game, we had a League Cup game against Tottenham. We played penalty shootouts against them. We had 5. I think we took 6 of them. Mason Mount took the last one. Werner didn't take a single penalty. I said, how have we signed you to come here to be our number 1 goal scorer and our penalty taker, and you're bottling it on an League Cup 3rd round? It's not like it's a final, bro. You bottled the 3rd round. So
it's madness, bro. Do you know what's funny? What's crazy is that a striker to me is like, you see in a gang, he's the one with the knife or the gun. And yet you're not shooting and you're not shanking. What's going on here? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing neither job. That
is
what shook.
What is man on?
Man said he's posing on IG with a lank, you know.
Like, what is he actually on? Remember, Morata was kissing his girl's nose. I was thinking, what kind of strikers are Chelsea dealing with over here? You know what I'm saying? And then you got non-shooters like Fernando Torres. I know he's done some stuff for you, but then the list goes on. I can name them one after the other, but anyway.
Flexstar says Tino Werner coming on like the blonde penguin from Happy Feet. It says it all, bro.
By the way, Flex, I mean, that picture, that avatar is disrespect. Okay,
is that Pepe with Jorginho's hair?
Is that what that is? Jorginho, fam.
That's my boy.
What team does he support?
Big up,
he's an Arsenal fan. He's an Arsenal fan.
Oh, so he's a gooner. Flipping now. I'm looking at that like, this is disrespect.
Big up, Flex.
Man said context is everything, you know. That
context is key.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so key. I was trying to get upset.
Shout C1. He says, Oscar, if Hudson-Odoi or Lukaku missed them chances, El Racismo would have been on the TL at his peak. I mean, we know what it is, man.
Hang on. Who was booing the national anthem?
Okay. Why? Why you saying
that? That's why to know. I didn't know who.
They're Scouts, not English.
Just so everyone wants to know, I went to Chelsea Arsenal game with Oscar at the Emirates, and Oscar was there front row singing "Saka let the country down."
No way.
Oh,
You lying, bro? Why is my man lying? First of all, I did not do that because I value my life. Yeah. Second of all, I came on this podcast and did it a couple of weeks later because let's be real, man. Those guys that miss penalties, they let the country down.
Hashtag cancel Oscar. This is farcical stuff.
Lola says funny.
I've seen him booing Saka as well. I can't lie. When he touched the ball.
Unbelievable. It's okay.
Chelsea fans were legit booing Saka. I was in the Arsenal end, bro. I couldn't boo Saka from the Arsenal end.
Yeah, don't try. You were above the Chelsea end. You were above the Chelsea end. Living it in hospitality, little club level setting.
Guys,
we were living nice that day.
If anyone wants that video, I've got it, by the way.
Look what you've done. Ikas is cancel Oscar. Boss like Endo is cancelling Oscar.
Get him out.
Lies and slander on my name.
Who cancels on your Oscar?
Oscar, you already know it's agenda over facts, my guy. Come on.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Oscar, we got bare people watching the video
says,
right now.
I tuned into racism.
Hi, Oscar. Listen, big up to everyone that's currently watching right now. Please do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like football banter. And we're going to continue on with that banter.
Mandem, I have a question.
Go on.
I have a question. Can we discuss a certain midfielder for France that played in Chelsea's midfield yesterday? Because I watched this game in 4K. Kante was invisible.
We need an APB for N'Golo Kante.
No, we do.
Find that, brother.
We do.
No. DJ, you can find him in Kater's pocket.
No, credit's due.
No.
Credit's due. Oh, hold on.
Oh, here we go.
Should have never been on the field. Don't tell me credit where credit's due, bro.
Don't ever
do that. I got the files, man. I got the files on Cater. Don't talk to me about Cater. Let's talk about Kante.
Oscar's got a massive point because you see Liverpool fans, they pull out VAR when it's convenient. If Chalobah had made that foul on Salah, there would have been tears. There would have been. Look at that.
Speak on it, guys.
What's wrong with that? Hey, listen. This is some good old English football, lad.
Oscar, do you remember Chelsea Liverpool at Stamford Bridge? It was like the 30th second. Mane elbows Aspie in the face.
Yeah.
I said, yo.
That tackle's a mazine, bro.
It's a mazza. SW6 says it's a mazza, yeah. Peter. Flexstar came with the typical Arsenal response.
No, but
that was Xhaka.
Oscar, it's all.
That was Xhaka.
I was singing at the TV, you Xhaka in disguise, because I couldn't believe what that was. And he didn't get sent off. Oscar, we know full well he would have got a 10-match ban.
Xhaka didn't even look at it twice, bro.
He didn't get a card. No, he didn't get sent off. He didn't get a card.
Oscar, DJ was singing that. DJ was singing that at the TV because Arsenal didn't play this weekend. He thought he was going to get an invite to the Carabao Cup final, but it didn't come in the post. You know what I'm saying?
As far as I know, that was him. That was Granit Xhaka right there in the flesh.
Klopp is forever screaming VAR. Yeah, he was not asking for VAR yesterday. He was not asking for it. Yo, this is
can I just make one all objectivity here, right? Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, number one, they both went in for the tackle the same way.
Why is every Liverpool fan reading from the same hymn sheet? Every Liverpool fan saying
no.
They all went in for the same tackle. Uncle, one of them touched one, the other one.
No. But the thing is, right? I'm just gonna paint a picture here. They both went in for the tackle the exact same way. Both went in with their foot, right? High foot. They both missed the ball. Chalobah, his momentum is going that way. Yeah, like where Cater's foot is coming down. I'm not saying it's not.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I feel like people are trying to say it's intentional. Where if you go watch it in real time,
big man, you're doing gymnastics. You're doing gymnastics, bro. You're doing gymnastics.
It's definitely not intentional.
Listen, Dave, if I'm doing gymnastics, I'm taking Olympic gold, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
That is a dark red. That's
burgundy, bro.
It's a. I was gonna say it's a maroon card. That is. That's right now.
Hey, yo, where's my fellow Liverpool fan though?
It's so red.
Where's my fellow Liverpool fan?
Adrian's not a shameless guy. Adrian's not a shameless guy, man.
I have to be real. That is diabolical. I'm so sorry. Like we caught live. No, we caught live.
Listen, we caught live.
Bro, listen, yo, guys, I can't lie. I just tried to tag my man in and it turned into a triple threat.
Bro, I done a Hilton.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? First of all, Mo, Chalobah did get the ball. That's one thing. And when it comes to, no, he did. Go watch it. I literally just pull it up on my phone right now. No, Chalobah kicks the ball, bro.
He touches the ball. He touches the ball.
Chalobah kicks the ball.
Whether he wins it is subjective.
You are right.
Look at you stretching, man.
You are right in the sense that both of them went in the same way. But anytime two players go in for a tackle, the intent is not. He didn't intend to hit him. I don't think Keita went in there trying to injure Chalobah. Definitely not. But he was late, and when you're late, you get a card for these kind of challenges.
Very late.
And when it's that high, it has to be a red in my opinion.
It's a yellow.
Bro, it was
yellow.
Neither. It was neither. How can that be a yellow?
You know what? Yeah,
yellow. Come on, man.
You know
come
what?
on,
I actually respect.
You know what? Why do you not want to see the cup final get ruined, man? It's a beautiful game.
I wish Keita didn't ruin it. I wish Keita didn't ruin it, Mo.
Man, I just won a cup final and lifted the trophy. You think I'm gonna come here on like a facts vibe, bro? It's shameless.
I heard that.
I feel you. I'll be doing the same thing, but please, man, I got hold on to something.
Back to my question though. What I'm for N'Golo, because
what do you mean?
That performance was abysmal.
APB
was abysmal.
APB. Oscar, that's Kante's worst performance I think we've ever seen in English football. No,
that is the biggest overreaction I've ever heard.
Relax,
oh my goodness.
Relax.
Way.
What?
I'm saying to you, in terms of every game he's ever played since he joined Leicester City, I'm sorry, this is the lowest we've seen him.
Oscar,
because of how high his standard is.
I've seen but bro, it's not like let's open a dialogue about N'Golo Kante. It wasn't that bad, bro. It was like he wasn't good. Cobble was better in the midfield, but overall, Chelsea had a good performance. It's not like he was stinking out the joint. Man, I'm trying to open up conversations about. Man, I'm trying to open up conversations about the World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or winner, because he had a bad game against Liverpool.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Sorry, I'm confused. World Cup, Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup. I got confused.
That's a lie.
Ballon d'Or number 4. Ballon d'Or number 4.
That was a mistake.
Ballon d'Or number 4.
That was a mistake. That was a mistake.
By the way, in Oscar's mind, Lampard won 3 Ballon d'Ors. That's what I'm hearing.
Hey, Lampard came second after
lucky.
Ronaldinho, man.
I can't find Lucky all year long, and then when we start talking Kante, here he pops up.
He's around. He's around.
But guys, it's like Kante didn't have a great game. It's not. Let's open a dialogue about N'Golo Kante.
Oscar, we're just critiquing what we saw.
Yeah,
you got overrun.
Let me.
Guys, one at a time. Hang on. Ernest said, let's have a conversation about the man's performance. That is a fair statement to make. We're not saying that Kante is not a good player. What the hell is going on here? If someone gives you a 4 out of 10,
no. It's just because
man went so overboard, he called him a Ballon d'Or winner.
Hey, Ballon d'Or number 4, bro. Ballon d'Or number 4. Ballon d'Or number 4. When it comes to
Pete, you don't have clocked here. You see where that come for Chelsea players? Oscar is awake. He said to me in the shop. And I know I'm always gonna have the last laugh. He said to me in the shop, the thing you said about Kai Havertz, how many months ago? Top 4 podcast. He said I was right. This is the thing. I said it time ago. I'm not saying Kai Havertz is not a good player. I'm not saying or else. You're gonna come and cap again. You're gonna come and cap again.
All right, Judge Judy.
I'm just looking for the WhatsApp. Just to make sure.
Listen, Kai Havertz is a good player.
Yeah,
Kai Havertz is a very good technical player. £72 million. I ain't seen it. Kante,
okay, did you watch Kai Havertz yesterday?
No, I did. But is that so? Is one performance 72 million?
No. I'm talking about the one game. Did you think he had a good game?
I think he had a good game. But my point is this. My point is this. Critiquing a Chelsea player doesn't mean you got to get defensive, bro.
No.
Like Kante,
it doesn't mean that.
Look at SW6's comment. You said the worst performance we'd ever seen from N'Golo Kante.
Was that me?
Guys.
Name me. Okay, I said that. Name me another game. All right, Chelsea fan. Name me another game where you think N'Golo Kante performs worse. And you're gonna struggle.
No, but like it's you're asking me to think off the top of my head. Kante's had plenty of poor games for Chelsea, bro.
More often than not, I'd never see this guy have a bad game. More often than not,
the guy was making.
This was definitely the worst.
I'm just hearing Oscar say he's getting old. That's all I'm hearing.
Bare times, bro. What I saw with my eyes, I said, this is not Kante.
You're saying wait. Are you wait? Hold on. Are you guys telling me Kante playing forward passes and misplacing the ball is uncharacteristic?
I'm saying it's more uncharacteristic than most times. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, this is like Kante's never the guy to play forward passes and he gets the through ball off and he gets those moments. Like he's never been that guy.
We're not asking him to be Xabi Alonso. There was even Adrian said it. There were so many times the passage of play passed him by, and that's not Kante.
Oscar, can I ask you a question? Right? So normally Kante progresses the ball extremely well from carrying the ball forward as an individual player. Yeah? It's fair to say that, like, as in,
he's a decent ball carrier.
He's a powerful runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday he didn't do that effectively. I think that's fair to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and also it was quite uncharacteristic the amount of times that Naby Keita and like Fabinho to a certain extent were bypassing him. Do you not feel like that's fair as well?
When were they bypassing him?
Keita did bits.
Came
like,
to him, bro.
What? So are you guys telling me Liverpool dominated the midfield battle in this game?
After the first 10 minutes of the game, Oscar, would you not agree for the rest of the half? Liverpool dominated.
But I feel like our game plan was slightly.
It's one of those, Oscar. Do you know what it is? For me, it was one of those where I don't
normally see the smile on your face.
I don't normally have anything to say.
I'm so shocked because I expected here to come and hear people tearing apart Kepa and Mason Mount and even Pulisic for the missed chance, or even Werner for his lack of touches or whatever. But Kante had an off day. That's fine. It's not like.
It's a fine.
That's what we said.
Kante's the biggest big game player at Chelsea Football Club, bro. He does this all the time.
So that's the point we're making. That's why he's been brought up.
That's the point I'm making.
He's brought up because in a final, we've got a subpar performance from Kante, and that's uncharacteristic. Like,
okay.
I've watched Kante in the Champions League final. I've watched Kante in the Europa League final. I've watched Kante in the World Cup final. Man said it's okay. It's a final. Turn up, bro.
I don't think he was so bad that you're saying he didn't turn up. Like, I don't think he was that bad.
I needed an APB out for N'Golo Kante. No, I'm not even joking.
He was missing.
C1 kind of spitting still, but you know what I mean?
I'm not speaking badly about Kante equals to El Racismo, by the way, just to let you know. Raw! I'm joking.
But yeah,
you're right.
Wait, is that Chris Kirkland? Is that Chris Kirkland? Is that what that C stands for? Because it equals to El Racismo.
The C1 stands for Chris Kirkland.
It's freaking Chris Kirkland. I said it's equal. I know he's joking, but bloody hell, C1. Right. Come on.
No, I'll be real. Right. I watched the game in the stadium. I did not point out Kante and be like, "Raw, he's having a bad game." I didn't. So maybe I need to watch that back and see what you guys are saying. But
watching live is different. You focus on the
Oscar,
ball.
Very different.
Oscar, I think he had a poor game, but I do think that it's nowhere near the worst I've seen Kante personally. And I do think that he's got enough credit in the bank to say if he has a bad game.
Yeah.
However, Oscar, still, if we isolate the game, we're still able to say he had a poor game.
Just
and that
like
directly affected.
Fair enough. Salah had a poor game.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
No, but you know what? Rudiger has his number though.
And Marcos Alonso.
Not Marcos Alonso.
Alonso. No.
He put a shift yesterday.
Alonso had a good game.
Alonso did have a good game.
He had Salah on toast. Let's not sit here and say it was just Rudiger.
Alonso played his part, but I'm just saying that, like in years past, I've seen Alonso get torn a new one by Salah, whereas Rudiger,
which is why I was shocked.
I don't think I've ever seen Salah get changed from Rudiger personally.
But do you know what, guys? Gary Neville said Salah's been on the periphery, and one thing that I didn't like is that when a lot of these commentators they lack like analytical perspective, right? Liverpool quite clearly identified the left-hand side of Chelsea's defense is the one that we want to go at. It was quite clear. Yeah. So I saw Salah pick up the ball deep, play the ball into Mane. Mane turns on it and purposely gets the ball out to Diaz as quick as possible. Because if you create an overload, Liverpool always create an overload on the right-hand side. So the idea is to create the overload on the right-hand side to then allow the left winger to be left isolated with whoever's on that side. Let's be completely honest, guys. You're not going to go at Antonio Rudiger when Chalobah's on the other side. You're not going to do that. It makes tactical sense to go at Chelsea's left than it does to go on Chelsea's right.
When it's Aspie and Chalobah, yeah, I mean, it's just a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
It is indeed. Oscar.
Yeah.
Just to close on this game, Roman Abramovich has been in the headlines for not the greatest of reasons. Did you get any sense of what he meant by his statement that he's sort of releasing, a stewardship, I guess, of the football club to the trustees and whatnot? What the hell is going on there? What does that mean? And are you in danger, do you think, of Chelsea going back to where they belong?
I don't know what that means. You didn't win in the league again. Is that what you mean?
The bin.
That's where we
belong.
What I mean. That's where we belong.
The Ken Bates bin. The £1 Ken Bates bin. That's what I'm talking about.
No. I think, to be honest, it seemed like a bit of a chess move. It seemed like he was trying to distance himself from the club so that any repercussions that he would face, the club wouldn't face as severely. Obviously, the sanctions have come in from Boris Johnson and the government for anyone who's dealing with like Russian affairs. So I feel like it was a bit of a chess move. I don't know how well that's going to play out because it seemed like the next day Chelsea put out another statement saying we're fully against the whole Ukraine situation. And it was like, why couldn't that have been part of the original statement from Roman? Why was that a separate statement? Because maybe it's a different thing.
Do you think they didn't handle it well? Do you think Chelsea handled it badly, or do you think?
Well, I would from the outside perspective, it looks like they handled it horribly. However, from an internal perspective, I don't know what they were faced with. I was saying this to Mo on a space that day. I said, bro, Chelsea released a statement on a Saturday night, the evening before a cup final. They didn't do that unless they had to do it at that time. They could have waited until Monday if there was an opportunity to wait. There was none. They had to make a call. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yo, Oscar, there's been an update in the last few hours. I don't know if you've seen, but this goes to show like what we were speaking about the other day. It seems like the government obviously have spoken to Chelsea and Abramovich's people, giving them a heads up about what's going to be happening. And then Chelsea have tried to brainstorm something, but it's been in a rush because apparently there are members of the trustee that are looking to quit. They're looking to quit because they don't feel comfortable with what's happening, and they don't feel like they understand. They don't feel like they want to have a part of this. They don't know that as a charity organization whether they would be fit to take over the running of the club. And I think that goes to show that the decisions made by Chelsea Football Club in this situation were done in panic, and it just shows that if you're going to take decisions in haste, it goes to show how bad the sanctions could be for Chelsea.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't like to speak too much about stuff I don't know. I'm very clueless on this entire situation, but it seems like Roman Abramovich he's been in dealings with Putin, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because he's a Russian billionaire, so you would expect someone like that to have ties to the government. However, when a situation like this occurs where he's literally tearing apart people's livelihoods in Ukraine, you have to take a stance and say where you are on the fence, isn't it? It's a sticky one. We'll see how it plays out.
Do you think Roman's got a case because he's no longer a Russian citizen? Do you think there's a case whereby, because he's changed allegiances, if you will, citizenship-wise, that he probably could get away without anything? Or
I don't think the citizenship makes a difference. I think people's main concern is his allegiances to what Putin is doing right now.
Well, only the Russians are being penalized. You know, if you're British and you have dealings with them, we haven't heard a thing from anybody else. Do you know them ones? It's always it's of course.
I'm sure they do.
You know, that's how the world's spinning around. You know what I'm saying?
The way people have reacted to this is like everyone who's connected to Russia is evil now. Let's stay away from it. I'm just like, I get the Roman thing because Roman is literally linked to the political side of things, but I would wait and see how linked he is to this particular political situation. I don't really want to talk about it too much because I don't know nothing about why Putin's doing what he's doing.
As you said, all the billionaires, they're all in negotiation of some description with the president, and you know, things of that nature it coincides. It's normal.
Which club in the UK has English owners?
What's their name? Brighton.
Okay, Brighton have English. If their English owner is linked with Boris Johnson through like funding and stuff, and then Boris Johnson goes to war, Are we like cancelling Brighton? I feel like you have to understand, is he a part of this? Is he funding this particular movement? Is he involved in it? And if he is, then the sanctions need to run still.
It's one of them ones, isn't it? I think obviously you cannot go toe to toe with Russia. You must be at your mind. So you have to try and hit them where the pocket. You got to hit them economically.
Right.
And if we don't trade, not to get all political, but if you don't trade with Russia, for example, it hurts them badly. So as soon as Man United came out with the Russian airline that they're linked with, cut that off straight away. Gazprom and a bit of bother. You got the Champions League final now that's been moved to France. Spartak Moscow as well apparently are suspended until further reviews.
Is that official? They've officially been suspended by UEFA.
That was breaking news on Sky Sports,
bro. Yeah, any Russian team, women's nothing, bro.
All of
them. That to me is unfair, and I don't really get it. Like the day of this whole Ukraine invasion thing happening, I saw a video of people in Russia campaigning like anti-war campaigns, like running through the streets of Moscow.
It's the whole
saying no
idea
to war.
that if you support Russian football clubs, you support Russian economy.
What is that?
I think it's slightly different.
Think about what Ernie just said. Yeah, he's not saying you support Putin.
Yeah, but
you support the Russian economy.
But you know what? I would disagree with that. I'd actually disagree. You know, like what I was mentioning earlier about like if you can't go toe to toe with these guys, you have to try and hit them where it hurts in order to get that attention. I think that's what they're doing, and it kind of you kind of have no other choice if you're trying to stop what's happening. If you remove, for example, Russian football teams from any sports, it's a bold statement. It's going to wake somebody up. You know what I mean? It's going to force people to now say, all right, fine. Let's make let's make a treaty, if you will. Let's try and make some sort of peace here, because I don't think the thing is, I think this is like we're talking about a country that's the largest in the world. You're not talking about something.
Hey, do you know how big Russia is,
bro?
Yes.
Go look at the former USSR. Go back to the 19 whenever, yeah, and look at the size of it. But like what I was saying is that because you can't, like if teams like Spartak Moscow, CSKA, whoever else, all these teams you can think of, right? If they are, obviously it's not fair on the fans, it's not fair even on the players or the team or the whoever may be involved in that. But the problem is that politics runs the world, whether we accept that or not. It's the clear case that as soon as it's a political statement and a political thing, all bets are off. You know the ones. When there's a world war, it's not about saving the shop that's local. It's not about any of that. Everyone goes until we get what we were after in the first place. So,
DJ, I also think that like if you do this to the teams, right? As much as I think it's unfair and I don't agree with it. The owners of those teams have a large part to play in the country's economy. And if they do, right, they're going to go to Putin. They're going to go to the government. They're going to pressurize them. They're going to say, listen, you are affecting us directly. Yeah. If you want us to suffer.
I see them try with Putin. This guy rides bears, bro. That man, they are not. He's not Eddie guy, bro. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I was gonna say it's the other way round.
All bets are off.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the other way around. I feel like, Putin allows these guys to make money. So for them to even go and turn to him and be like, yo, what are you doing? It's like, listen, Duppy and Berry, like there's no more conversations needed here. It's a kind of a very, very different, like, I genuinely think Russia will stop because, everybody else is hitting them where it really does hurt long term. And I think at some point we will get some peace. Don't get me wrong. Not to say that there'll be no bodies, unfortunately, lost. But it will be a case of this is a way to wake to shake somebody to wake up. It's as far, and we're going to see more probably before the end. And we're looking at it from football standpoint. You watch and wait and see where else this is going to go. Sports clearly brings in a lot of revenue, brings in a lot of money to all these people. I watch Formula One, hence the top. And there's a team there was a Russian billionaire who has a driver and a team sponsored, and they took that off straight away. They stripped the car off straight away. And we have no Russian Grand Prix in the season. So little things like that, it's just going to domino effect where you're going to be like, holy smokes, Russia will be alone in this whole thing. And I think
it's just as much as I see the tactic, I just wonder how long it will take for them to give the response we're hoping for, because I wonder how much they care at this point. Because I think he took. I don't want to get into the politics of it all, but he took Ukraine's stance when it came to NATO very seriously. Yeah. It looks like it. Yeah. So yeah, I wonder. I think
it's going to be a long fight. Yeah,
it's a long fight, but I think it will end sooner than we think. At the same time, you don't know what powers behind the scenes are at play with how quickly this thing swings to a quote unquote peace. I wonder.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Totally.
Horrible
no, totally. And don't think Russia won't have people strapped by the nuts, for example. Like, you know, oh, you want to do this to us? Remember this. You know, remember that. You know, so it's going to be tug and war all long.
A message from Putin today. The guy was on smoke, bro. He was talking about, you lot are treating me like this, but when you lot are going into certain countries for oil and this and that, ain't nobody saying nothing. Yeah, now he was on smoke. And
the truth is this. Like, Western media will have you believe that this guy is the devil. And for me, like, in all seriousness, I hope people are looking at it from a perspective that don't ever in your life think that Western media, Western PR, Western politics are the better option. In many ways, they're trying to make themselves the lesser of two evils, and that Putin is worse. But I don't want to get too into it, man.
I mean,
listen, there's a lot to unpack. There'll be documentaries on this from years to come, and we'll be
and more importantly, as this story develops, we'll probably be talking about it at another point down the line in this podcast. So
I do hope Chelsea go, though. I do hope they're bankrupt and they're gone. I mean that in all seriousness. I genuinely mean that in all seriousness, with full vim, because you know, imagine me waking up one day, this club that did nothing, and now I'm watching them win everything. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so of course, you know, it's Can I
just say one last thing on the final, just separately? Yes. I finally, because I went to Wembley yesterday, my first time ever seeing Chelsea at a final. First time ever seeing Chelsea at Wembley, so like semi-finals or finals, anything like that. Wow. I finally understood why people say day out at Wembley. So you know when those clubs, like, they get to go to Wembley and it's like a day out and you enjoy all that. I finally got it because I went there. I met so many people that are like,
it's a 12-hour shift. It's a long day. I'll tell you that.
And bear in mind, you live in London because people come down.
Exactly. I was going to say.
Well, that's what the London. In 2016, I went to Wembley for the Man City Liverpool one, and we lost on penalties. That was going home is painful.
Yeah, painful. So bad.
But, do you know, Oscar? I wanted to ask you though quickly, because I've not seen him obviously live yet. How good was Luis Diaz?
He's a good player, man. He's a good player. I like watching him, bro. He's very direct. He was a danger. He was a danger trigger for us. Like you were saying that you guys were continuously going down that our right hand side, your left hand side. So. Bro, he gave Chalobah the business. Even Reece James came on. He gave him some smoke as well. He was doing bits.
And the flick. And the no-look pass.
Bro, you've got a player. You've got a player on your hands, man. I know everybody's been waiting for us to talk about it, and there's been so many comments about Luis Diaz. Shout out Boss Like Endo. He says, I'm going to ignore the first part. He says, my team's won a trophy, and we're talking about some dumb political nonsense. Talk about Luis Blacklight Diaz. Well, there we go. We got your DS chat in there. Yeah, man. He spun Reece James at one point. It was naughty.
You need to watch that back. That was absolutely beautiful.
Honestly, it's the worst. You know, James has come back from a long-term injury, and his first assignment is Luis Diaz. I mean, come on, Tuchel, give him a break. You know them ones. Like when he came on, and I just thought, oh, this is a long night for him, and it's not even a long night.
Yeah, man. But it was a tough evening. But
Congratulations to Liverpool.
Congratulations, man.
You know, they were deserved winners. I would just like to say I wish you played us at the Emirates in the first leg, but never mind. We will move on.
Would you DJ, would you have won 0-0 again? Or
yes. Listen, mate, I would have been at Wembley, all right? I would have been singing at Wembley, yeah? Wembley, we would have been the ones beating Chelsea.
Don't get me started on
By the way, Chelsea, and I don't know if it's Tuchel or Chelsea as such, but there's a record about in the last 10 finals, Chelsea or Tuchel, I think it's Tuchel, has lost 8. So this is interesting about his final, sort of situation.
I think it's PSG.
Well, that's nonsense.
Okay, so
that's
Tuchel,
just not true. That's just not true.
Why is it not true?
Because he won the Club World Cup final, he won the Super Cup, and he won the Champions League final. So how can you lose 8 in 10 when you've won 3?
Okay. Because you can win 7 in 10, you mug.
What?
What?
7 in 10. You heard me.
Did that make sense in your head?
It makes sense in my head. No, like I said to you, I heard the stat. Well, I mean, you can fight me if you want, but it's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? So, go on.
Last thing I will say on Liverpool, Mo and Adrian, you guys know my thoughts about Liverpool from the beginning of the season. The title race is on. Go and win your league, bro. Go and win your league. You're the best team in this league. I told you that from day one. Go and win it.
Oscar, but I'm going to back. But with all due respect, we're not doing it because of you. We're not doing it in spite of you. We're doing it for our own agenda, right?
Oscar's lying, by the way, though. Why is he lying?
I told these man from day one.
Literally lying.
I told these man from day one. It's on record, guys. I got videos.
They're not the best team in the league. What's going on?
They are.
Oscar. Right, just because you predicted it doesn't make it true. Yeah. Like,
no. I'm telling you, it's true.
No, but you told me in the summer Liverpool is winning the title, right? Yeah. That's cool. That's 100% fine. That was your prediction. My thing is, we were 11 points behind these guys. Yeah. Right. At that point, I spoke to you. Did you or did you not say, yeah, I think the title's done?
Yeah, but when was this? When was this? When did I say the title was done?
Bro, when we were 11 points behind.
Man's got receipts, bro.
Potentially. I might have said that. I might have said that. Bro, when I told you that it's Liverpool's league to lose, it's Liverpool's league to win, you said to me, "Oh, we don't have depth. No depth. Now you got Luis Diaz in the back. You got Harvey Elliott back. You got
He's being sarcastic. He can't believe that. First of all, you can't believe that they've got bare depth, and you can't believe they're the best team in the league, and you can't believe it says to win.
Okay, PR. Do they have
the same thing about City, by the way?
Yes. Do they have the best right back in the league? Yes. Do they have the best left back in the league? Yes. Centre back.
Whoa.
Come on, man. They've got the best in the league.
Trent is better than Cancelo, you're saying, yeah? At this moment in time.
You know what I mean?
The question, what you said was they've got the best right back in the league, and then you moved on to the left back, like to say, hang on a minute, I haven't finished with the right back.
I do think Cancelo is better, but if you ask Liverpool fans, they will tell you Trent is better. So if Trent is better,
Oscar,
then what you the league, bro?
Oscar, listen, your statement at the beginning, I just thought you were lying through your teeth, and then you're now trying to talk about how this is theirs to lose, and it's what's it called? And they're the best team in the league. They're not Oscar, newsflash, they're not the best team in the league.
They are.
How are they the best team in the league?
Bro. They when they went up against Manchester City, Manchester City beat. I explained this last week, bro. Manchester City beat them, and they got 98 points.
Liverpool have won one league title.
We're talking about here. We're talking about today. Who's the best team in the league today?
Here and now, if Liverpool's players are fit, bro, they're the best team in the league. The only reason they didn't win the league last season is because their players got injured. They were top of the league in January. They would have won back-to-back league titles. Bro, listen to what I'm saying. I'm explaining that to you. The only reason they didn't win the league last season is because their players got injured, bro. If their players are fit, they're the best team in this league. That's why they won the league in 1920. They walked it, bro. If they play the league... Bro, they met City with Aguero and them, man.
He's trolling. He's
a troll. He's an absolute troll. You
can't. Is this how you moving on stream now? Yeah.
No, guys.
He's flexing. He's flexing.
Guys. Why would I flex about Liverpool? I don't even support them. What flex is this?
It's because you're trying to be smart. You're being what's the word? What's the word I'm
looking for? Disingenuous.
Backhanded compliments.
Mo, you calling me disingenuous when you know the conversations we've had for years, bro.
No, Oscar, do you know what? I'm so disappointed that you have now said it is Liverpool's league to lose. That is the only statement that I have an issue with. You say Liverpool are the best team in the league. You said that at the start of the season. I'll give you that. Yeah. You saying Liverpool have the squad to win the league. I'll give you that. You said that at the start of the league. You saying it's Liverpool's league title to lose after we were 11 points behind, and you said to me the league is done. Yeah. Now, because Man City dropped points. Yeah. Even though they are ahead of us. Yeah, that is disingenuous.
It's now back in your hands, though. It's now back in your hands. If you beat Man City, you go and win the league, bro.
Man City have won 21 games in 27 in the league this season. Liverpool haven't even reached 20.
That's great, but if Liverpool beat them, they're level on points. So
Yeah,
but
if buts and maybes, and
ifs.
and also there's a game in hand that Liverpool have. So don't let's not add let's not just add 3 points and then say they'll be level.
I'm telling you guys, the only reason City won the league last year, and the only reason is because Liverpool had hella injuries. And Adrian and Mo, you know that's the case. Yeah? If you did not get those injuries, you would have won the league 2 years in a row.
So if City win the league this year, then what?
Huh?
If City win the league this year,
then City prove me wrong.
They will. Don't worry. They will. I'll see you in May.
You know, Oscar, if you're being sincere, I'll jump in the bandwagon.
Adrian, how on earth can you not think I'm being sincere when we've had these conversations for months, bro?
No, you know why? It's because it's almost like when you're saying, "Oh, but Liverpool have the best keeper in the world. Oh, Liverpool have the best right back in the world."
Yeah.
It's almost like
Oscar, I think you know what I've just realized. You're actually more disrespectful than I first took it, because last season Liverpool had injuries, and we can all agree definitely Liverpool last year were not the Liverpool that we were accustomed to in recent time. However, how many points did Liverpool finish behind Manchester City? How many wins less did Liverpool have than Manchester City? Do not tell me that was down to injuries. They would have pulled those gaps. They would have pulled those gaps.
Mo, was it not down to injuries?
Oscar, answer me this question. Oscar and Adrian, if you have Mo. No, because Mo's not these two ain't talking ridiculous. You're talking like your backside.
But they agree with me on that.
Listen, Mo and Adrian. Would you have won 7 more games if you had your injuries? If you had no injuries, would you have clawed? Would you have clawed at least 25 points if you didn't have your injuries?
Peter. First and foremost, we went 4 years previous to being unbeaten at home to losing 6 in a row. Our second league defeat of the season came when Fabinho and Jordan Henderson played centre back away at Southampton. So I'm not going to lie to you. Genuinely, if you never had those injuries, we probably would have won it. Well, I believe would have won it.
No, you could have. Listen, you might have lost like 10 games last season, right? But you may have lost only 5. I'm not going to go out and say you would have gone unbeaten. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to go out and say. Say again?
We're top of the league in January as well. Let's not forget.
Sure. But how many? Listen, I think Man City won, was it 26, 27 games last year? Okay. Their points was what, 86. Did Liverpool reach 70?
No, but we know why.
No, wait. You're telling me.
Had Nat Phillips and Reece Williams in defense, bro.
So Reece what? Williams, you're telling me. No. What I'm saying is that them being injured is not a difference of 16, 17 points.
Of course it is.
It was. Come on.
That is the best centre back in the league.
There was more to it than just the injuries. There's more to Liverpool's performances.
Peter. Reece Williams is so bad. He was on loan at Swansea. They sent him back to Liverpool. He's not good enough for Swansea. How are we going to win the league with him?
Peter, let me tell you this.
That you would have had a closer title race, but to say you're going to overturn it? Come on. Show some respect to Man City.
There's 38 league games, yeah? There's 38 league games. Liverpool had 22 different centre-back partnerships. 22 in 38 games.
Why didn't Klopp play actual centre-back at the beginning?
Because if you tell someone that your centre-back partnership is Reece Williams and Nat Phillips, you're gonna say Fabinho is extremely adept at centre-back. Remember, Fabinho kept Lewandowski quiet. The season before.
But then he moved him back into midfield.
Yeah, he did, because he realized that I'm forsaking too much in the midfield, by moving my central midfielders who are best in that position into defense. Yeah.
So isn't that a managerial issue?
Yes, that was Klopp's fault. 100%.
But then my point is, if it's a managerial problem, how much credence are we giving to the injuries more so than the manager?
But then there are multiple factors last season.
Yeah, of course.
For example, Alisson had a period of 3 to 4 games where he was extremely poor. That coincided with the fact that his father passed away, and that he insisted on playing. Also, Jurgen Klopp last season, his mother passed away, and he couldn't go back to Germany. He made some poor decisions last season. I will never forgive that 6-game home run. Never. But, bro, listen, yo, Adrian, listen, never in our history.
Could buy a win.
History,
that was sackable,
games in a row. Yeah, that's a howler. But Peter, I'm gonna say with chest, last season, if we didn't have those injuries, we would have clapped City.
Okay, here's where. Okay, Mo, you let yourself down here. You've let yourself down because all I'll say is this. No, all I'll say is this. All I'll say is this. It's like if we win our games, our games in hand. That's what this sounds like to me. At the end of the day, Man City put how many points on the board and how many wins did Man City have? Okay, that's one caveat. You know what? Man City didn't play as good as they have been in the years. But look how far Liverpool were. This is more than injuries. It's more than injuries. Injuries is definitely a factor. But guys, did Liverpool make 70 points? I asked the question earlier. No one's told me. I think you got finished on 69.
We got 98 points. We got 98 points the season before.
And City got 100. I don't understand what we're talking about here. They got what do you mean? They got when they got 98 as in when you won the league,
they won the league, they got 98. Where was City?
We got 97 the season before.
But that doesn't mean that if Liverpool had their players last year, they win the league. What are we doing?
I think that's what it means. I think that's what it means.
Direct correlation.
Okay. This is drug talk.
Because
do you know why? No, hang on. Do you know what? If you don't lost the league by 5, 6, 7 points, I understand all of that stuff. I totally am with you, right? Because you had big injuries. You've named the different centre half combinations. Guys, go look at the stats of that season. You guys were far away. It's more than injuries. You guys were far away. Because even you said Alisson was playing poor. So what if you were top of the league? Man City
in January. No, in January.
Were gone from you.
Oscar, they won the league with 86 points.
And what did Liverpool have? 69.
Yeah, but bro,
what's going on?
Just told you. The year before they got 98, bro. They got
98. Hey, Iklas has just asked an interesting question. So why are City above you now then with a better squad you had 2 years ago?
Iklas.
Why is City ahead of you now?
Hey, it's circumstances. It's circumstances.
Wait. It's games in hand, FC. That's what this is.
They will overturn it. I think they will overturn it.
No. Let's not talk about what they will do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the facts.
That's a fair point.
Because the truth is this, Liverpool have lost less games than City. So why is City still ahead?
Okay, can I answer that?
Yes,
I'll answer that for you. It's very clear. Yeah, they have better quality in depth. Quality. Yeah.
Hold on.
Quality.
Someone told us that the team was better.
Yeah, I did.
A minute ago, you're going to win the league.
That's what he said. Me and Mo disagree about the depth of quality thing. I personally think once Liverpool's players are fit, they are the best team. Whereas Mo's always been like, you know what? We don't have the players to come in. Yeah, bro, they won the league. They walked the league, bro. They walked the league.
Oh my god.
They walked the league, Peter. Stop acting like they did not walk the league. We know exactly why Liverpool collapsed last season. We know this. Right?
They lost 7-2 with Van Dijk on the pitch, you know.
That's fair enough. You can lose one game. They were top of the league in January.
Oscar, when City won when City won the league with 100 points and 98 points, how come you've ignored those 2 years and you're talking about Liverpool walking the league?
Yeah, why are you not listening to what I've said, bro? Last week I said to you, Manchester City were of a certain level when they went to the Centurions. The next 2 seasons, they did not meet those benchmarks, bro. They are not the Centurions anymore.
They were 2 points off.
98. They were 2 points
off.
Ernest, honestly,
listen.
Let's not talk about City. Let's not talk about City because I'm going to get very upset.
Let's
not talk about City because this is a frigging joke. This is a farce.
Ernest, explain to me why they got 98 points when they won the league. How many points did they get the year Liverpool won the league?
101.
No, the year Liverpool won the league, how many points did Manchester?
They were about
81.
How many points did they get last season? 86. Explain to me how 100 turns for 81 and 86. Explain that to me. Bro, they're not the same team anymore, guys.
Teams get better.
They're not the same team anymore.
But Liverpool ain't necessarily better just because they've got fit players that weren't fit.
I think they are. That's why Liverpool walked the league.
But stick to the stats. So Liverpool have never walked the league. They haven't walked the league this year, and they didn't walk it last year.
If your theory was right, they'll be on top of City now.
I get what you're saying.
Guys, Oscar. No, Ernest. Here's where we'll end it. City walked the league last year. City walked it last year. No, wait. No. Listen to me. They walked the league last year. That's the fact. You can bring up the 100 points and the 98. I don't care. Liverpool got 69 points. That doesn't get you in the top 4 this year.
We all know it's horrible. But
so
we know why.
Don't tell me that Liverpool are the best team in the league because their players were injured last year.
And you know what? I don't like in the comments. Is that we're not rating Liverpool's team.
What is this?
This is what I don't like. This is what people do in England. you say A, you mean B. No, that's not what I'm saying. We're not doing that, bro.
I'm saying A.
Jurgen Klopp has done a phenomenal job at Liverpool. Phenomenal job. No one is ever going to take that away from him. But if the logic is that they walk the league, why are they not on top of City now?
Because it's not true, Ernest. Because it's not true.
But you,
like I said,
you can understand.
If the points smaller, then fair enough.
If it was smaller, you can understand.
If you're making a prediction for the sake of making a prediction to say, from what I've seen in the past, this is what I think is going to happen, I take that. But what is happening here is we're saying, because of injuries, I'm not saying that the injuries did not, obviously they had an impact. Obviously, when some of your best players are out, it impacts your team. But Uncle, some of the decisions that Jurgen Klopp was making in playing defensive midfielders at centre back, I'm not having that.
No, I would 100% agree. I would 100% agree. I think those bad decisions were in response to the injuries. But what I'm saying is, we have a clear.
Is that good management? Is that good management?
No, it wasn't good management from Klopp last season.
No,
but hold on. But
no,
let me
it might have been though.
Look,
City, by the way, City could have turned up the gas even more if Liverpool were actually there, as we're all claiming them to be.
Maybe.
If they were actually there last year, City might have won more points and won more games. They moonwalked the league last year. Oscar.
No, but
Don't tell me. Wait. Don't tell me that your injuries claim 17 points. You can't guarantee that. You can't guarantee that. You are games in hand FC. Games in hand FC.
Peter, do you know what I can do?
Why can you? How can you?
Okay, first and foremost, Liverpool had head and shoulders the best centre half in the world, right?
Ruben Diaz won Player of the Year, didn't he?
Okay, fine.
No, you said head and shoulders. You said this is what I'm talking about. It's
the fact that you Van Dijk done his ACL in November.
No. You said head and shoulders. You are wrong. Van Dijk is the best defender in the league. Granted.
Arguably, okay. Liverpool.
He's the best defender in the league. I'm not even gonna. You turn around and gave extremes. One says they will win the league. This one says they're the best squad in the league. City are top now.
I do. No, hold on.
They're top now.
But listen to what I'm making. Listen to what I'm making with regards to last season. Liverpool had arguably best centre half in the world and two very good centre backs go down. And you're saying, why didn't we defend the league with two centre backs who one is playing in the Championship right now as we speak, the other was on loan in the Championship and was so bad he got sent back to Liverpool reserves under 20.
So are we saying? So AD, are we saying then that Man City stay on 86? No, hang on.
Maybe not.
This is farcical. Listen,
Liverpool don't get more points with Van Dijk, Matip, or Gomez playing centre back.
What I'm saying to you, cannot say stupid stuff like that when the points are not there to be had.
I'm so sorry, I can.
Okay, Adrian, tell me this then: if Liverpool had all their players last year, do Man City finish on 86 points in your opinion?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe there's.
Let's move on then. Let's move on then.
Okay, fine.
Let's move on then.
Why is it maybe not?
No, because obviously
you can't say it. That's the point. The reason why.
Okay, did Liverpool not apply pressure the year before and they finished on 81?
By the way, Thiago was out for 3 months. Jota was out for 3 months. 4 months even in total. By the way, that was after Jota dunked on you at the Emirates as well. What do you call it?
You ain't got to talk about Arsenal, bro. You ain't got to talk about Arsenal. Listen, no. That's just insecurities, bro. You ain't got to talk about Arsenal. You're talking Liverpool,
ladies and gentlemen.
We're talking about Man City here.
The league table,
the league does not lie.
The league does not lie. Let's leave it at that, man. All this ifs and buts, not. Look, listen. We got 3 games. Arsenal's got 3 games in hand. We're not guaranteed 3 wins to get to top 4.
For sure.
If they do it, then I can talk with him. If not, I'm not going to say ifs and whats and that. Didn't do it, you failed.
No, because genuinely, Liverpool are in the title.
Peter, sorry for that straight shot.
But if Liverpool don't win the league this year,
exit
then
wound here.
Like, I don't get it, man.
Bro, you failed the objectives, and we leave it at that.
It is what it is. I gave my prediction in August. I give my prediction now. I think this is Liverpool's league. Hold on. Like
Rubinho said, Newcastle are going to go down. He needs to come back and apologize for that.
Yeah.
And then we'll give him credit.
I'll apologize in May. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize in May.
I gave you the spoiler in September. I saw what Man City did at Stamford Bridge, and I said, guys, it's a spoiler alert. City have won the league.
Okay.
But someone does need to explain to me how these men got 98 points. The next year they got 81.
In the same vein, Liverpool got 98, and then they got 69,
I gave you a reason. You didn't like it.
Man City did not have those level of injuries. You can't say that.
I didn't say that they did. I didn't say that they did. I'm just saying Oscar's dumbfounded, and I'm saying, well, hang on a minute. City got 190, however many they got 1 year, and then they got thingy.
To back Oscar slightly, Liverpool have switched the way they play football since 2 years ago as well. That's something that people have to factor in. Yeah, we lost Gini Wijnaldum. Yeah, we gained Thiago, but Thiago's not been available. To get Thiago into the team, we've altered our system, become more of a possession-based team. Liverpool averaged I think it was 62% possession last season. That was an increase from all previous seasons as well. Steady. Yeah, so we've switched from Gegen pressing to a possession-based team. When you have a possession-based team, you have to have a midfield who are adept at keeping the ball, yeah, and very good with possession. Henderson's had a decline this season. Mane had a decline last season. Firmino's had a decline. We've had players. I blame my own club. We didn't refresh when we needed to.
Okay, I see.
We didn't refresh when we needed to.
Yeah,
one thing I will say, but Jota's been excellent. Diaz obviously coming mid-season. If we had Diaz from the start of the season, does everyone here think that Liverpool would be 6 points behind right now?
I don't know. To be fair,
no.
No, I know.
But Anis, to be fair, that's always been Mo's point. Me and Mo have disagreed on this, yeah? Because at the beginning, I was on my own looking like an island saying that I think Liverpool are the best. Now the Liverpool fans are joining me because, you know what I mean? They want to back their team.
You can't
that's always been...
say that they're the best team in the league and then talk about decline. You can't. You can't.
And
guys, when did I say Firmino was dropping off? When did I say it?
Like 2014, like 2012.
Time ago.
When did I say?
2012.
Let's not do it. No, guys, what are we doing here?
Can we move on?
You're acting like those players haven't been replaced.
Can we move on, please? Move on.
Yeah, let's move on because we spent
Jota loves a little bit of Arsenal, you know.
last few points. Abdi, I thought you weren't going to be around. He says Liverpool Football Club is such an emotional club. They say we won the league without any money. Idiot club. The sentimental won't change the facts. But Abdi, Man City won the league without De Bruyne. Paul could never.
Abdi, can I just ask you, why are you twerking for Man City, my guy? Just because Man United ain't done nothing the last 5 years, bro. You can hold that differently, cuz.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Man signed the Bundesliga Balassi, and you want to talk about us, bro? Don't cry. Champions League Varane, and you're about to turn into Europa League Conference League Varane, bro. Don't touch me, man.
That's a fact.
Oh, let's talk.
On,
listen, let's talk, man. Manchester United 0, Watford 0. Ernest, huh? What is going on, my friend? Huh? I mean, listen,
Ernest, I didn't even know you were a United fan. Sorry.
I tell you what.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst United fan.
He's not a United fan
because when I speak, they say I'm negative. When I prophesy from the mountaintop, and it comes to life. They come back to me telling me, Eddie, you're right, you know. I told them in the summer, we don't need Ronaldo. I told them. I said, we fixed the roof of the house. We've done the loft conversion. We've done the living room. The kitchen is not done, so we're still ordering Uber Eats. I told them what's happened. Listen, I'm hearing. I'm hearing. The streets are talking. You know, I keep my ear to the streets. The streets are saying, one Mauricio Pochettino has accepted the role as captain of the ship. United.
Well, what ship is it though? The Titanic or
Bandev? If there's two people that if they come to United, I'm out. Neutral. Yeah. If Poch comes to United, if Ousmane Dembele comes to United, now I'm gonna add one more. If Harry Kane comes to Manchester United, I'm out. I'm out.
Because... Bro, is one Harry not enough for you?
Bro, you see when I look at my club, yeah, priorities are not in order.
Please bring Pochettino, please. I'm begging you, Ernest. I'm begging you, bring him because Conte wasn't good enough for you. Bring in Poch. I'm begging you, blood. I'm begging you. I will be having fun all season next year, no matter what my team's doing. I will be here laughing at Man United for another season. You know, I've been laughing at Man United for years.
Listen, I'm gonna keep this as short as possible and talk about just the game. Because you know how I feel about the club. You know how I feel about Alex Ferguson coming to use us as his country club. You know how I feel about the Brexit lot in our squad. You know how I feel. So I'm just gonna talk about the game. First point of the night: Manchester United have relinquished, handed over 4 points to Watford FC. Are you taking
Ernest? Do you know how many points Watford have got this season?
Oh,
I'm looking at
I don't want to know.
I'm looking at
United like half of their clean sheets.
Adrian, they've lost 4 games this season. None of those are to Manchester United. Sorry, no, they've drawn 4 games. One of those is to Manchester United. They've won 5 of those games, and one of them was to Manchester United. They have 19 points. Man United gave them 4 of those 19.
Now, Watford are trash, you know. None of us should be dropping points to Watford. Let's be real.
Roy Hodgson's boys.
Listen,
clean
guys,
sheets.
I mean,
that's almost 20%.
Who actually watched the game?
I watched highlights.
I watched it.
I streamed it still.
You look good in the highlights, though.
Yeah, you look with pepper in that goal. I'm not gonna lie.
Adrian's a race, man.
Adrian, no cap. Because I thought to myself, oh, what's Ranić done this time? Then I looked at the highlights. I thought nothing can be said about the manager here. Nothing at all. Man United needs to put that ball in the net.
Pete, you said he coached to 5-0, yeah?
Them man peppered the goal.
There's a set of lawyers that I need to stand up. There's a set of lawyers.
Bring them.
Bruno Fernandez's lawyers. I need you to stand up. I need you to stand up.
He was awful.
Because he wasn't awful. He was Bruno. This is Bruno.
Yeah, he was himself
in every game. This is Bruno Fernandes in every game.
Do you know what, Ernest? Yeah, as a non-Man United fan, when I watch Bruno, yeah, the thing I can't ignore though is if I need someone to do something for me, not that I can rely on him, but it will be him. He's involved. If United score 1, 2, 3 goals, he's involved in that situation.
So he's pure output. He's nothing but output.
He's pure output.
So how come he had a hat-trick of clean chances?
Ernest, you had 22 shots on goal. 3 of them were on target.
No. How come he had a hat-trick of chances?
Where's Ben Foster the man of the match?
No.
I'm gonna watch his YouTube actually.
Let's not move to Ben Foster. Let's stick on Bruno.
Was he man of the match?
No, Foster was man of the match.
Because I say this week in, week out, yeah. Bruno Fernandes is praised for the things that Pogba's criticized for. So I need answers. I need answers.
You know I love Paul Pogba. So No.
I need
Peter loving Paul Pogba is so anti-Peter. Like it goes
why? Why is that anti-Peter?
Because you're the Souness of this podcast. Like you are.
I'm the Souness of this podcast.
You are.
I think that's harsh.
Explain.
I don't want to go into it too deep, but I just didn't expect Pogba to be the guy that you like.
Well, because I think Chelsea are a disappointment. Because I think they were.
No, because like we want to talk about United. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Peter's been backing Pogba for months now.
This coming from a guy who sang Saka Let the Country Down, but carry on.
Hey, he did, man. I didn't sing it, but he did.
I know.
Why are we lying? Why are we sugarcoating these things?
Such slander on my name, and he's singing songs about
Abdi065 says Pogba versus Atletico. Ernest will just skip past that.
So this is what I love about Abdi. Yeah? This is why Abdi's my favorite, because we're talking about Watford. We're talking about Watford. Or is this a Champions League pod? Which one is it?
We can dabble. We can dabble in the Champions League.
No, we can.
But Oscar, we can't. We've got Arsenal fans here.
What's going on here?
Just remember, Mo. Just remember, you still got to come to the Emirates this season, okay?
Peter,
come over.
Listen,
it wasn't me. No Arsenal slander for me, please.
Clip this, bookmark it. We're gonna clap you at the Emirates.
Huh?
That's a fact.
Slap you.
Why am I sure?
Big man, what's going on? I'm
the thing is, like, have you got?
Why? That's not even chess, though, guys. Look at where Liverpool are. Look where Arsenal are. That's not chess.
No, bro, Arsenal way is tough. I'll be real.
Bro, it might be tough. It might be tough for certain other teams, you know, like Chelsea and United. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you're right.
We've all season long we've lost 2 games at home.
Bro,
season long.
Listen,
and one of them was a farce against
Adrian.
One of them was what you call a disgrace.
Yo, Adrian, don't lie, yeah. In the build up to that second leg, did you not hear Arsenal fans saying you got no Salah, you got no Mane, we're in an upturn of form, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. What happened, bro? Tommy actually got a cold and fell over. Ben White is slipping and sliding, bro. Like, bro, I can't hear it, man. Diogo Jota dunked all over him as he always does.
Guys, Arsenal play Liverpool on the 16th of March at the Emirates. We'll be here the following Monday to discuss this. Mo, we need to get you back on, okay?
Listen, we're getting piped, bro.
I hope you're right. I sincerely hope you're right.
No,
at home, I do trust us at home. I think we'll be okay. I don't think we'll lose.
Look at this guy, bro.
I don't think we'll lose. We've lost 2 games all season.
Guys, we're losing focus from Manchester United. Let's stay on track.
Yeah, Ernest,
how did the Bundesliga Bolatti, man?
How did Manchester United first of all get away with a 1-1 draw in Atleti, and then obviously not get 3 points against Watford? What is going on?
So you see Atletico Madrid, before the game kicked off, I said, you know what, a draw is going to be a good result here, you know, because Wanda Metropolitano is not a joke. I don't care how bad they are in La Liga. Like, you don't go there and just collect. Like, Liverpool struggled there. Liverpool struggled when they went there. Like, it's not a joke there when you go there. So I'm watching the game now, and I'm like, first of all, why the hell is Lindelof playing right back? That's the first thing I said. Like, what's going on here?
But did he play like a back five? What the hell was going on?
The thing is, Ragnick confuses me because I'm like, he comes on Smoke and says, Maguire, Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka are not good enough for this club, and proceeds to play Maguire for like multiple games. Then he plays him in like a crucial game where you guys saw the highlights. You guys saw how João Felix scored that goal. I haven't played football since year 7. Even I know. Luke Shaw, man on. Just scream man on. The guy comes from in front of Luke Shaw, behind Maguire, in front of him. He's like 5 foot and wins a header ahead of Maguire. Do you see what I'm saying?
Make it up.
Like abominable stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? Then we couldn't keep the ball. Pogba was pathetic. Who was playing in midfield? Was it Fred? Fred was passing to kneecaps, bruv. You see what I'm saying? Then there was Bruno. Goodness me. Bruno's clearing the ball straight at Atletico Madrid shirts. Ronaldo, let's not speak. Because I told man from when he's come, he's trash in the build-up. He's pathetic in the build-up. Yeah.
Non-existent.
But he's non-existent. But
bro, talk about your MBE though. Talk about your MBE though.
Hey, no.
Lord Rash, the third.
How much time do you have? How much time do you have? All our Brexit players are poor. All of them. All of them are poor. Yeah. All the British players are terrible. They're terrible. They're bad.
All of them.
They're bad.
All of them.
They're bad. All of them. Think about all the British.
What about Roberto Carlos though?
Oh my gosh. Him.
Even Elanga's from Sweden.
No, listen, I've been calling for Luke Shaw's head from 2018. Yeah. I've been calling for his head since the Manchester derby at the Etihad, where he turned his back on Bernardo Silva. The guy is terrible, man. He had 6 months where he was making positive runs, and then all of a sudden he was Roberto Carlos. Like, I don't understand. Listen.
Best in the world and all sorts.
And you know what's magic? Adrian, they said he was the best in the world.
And the
thing about Poch coming is that if Poch comes, all of these guys are gonna stay. All the blood, thunder and guts and all that stuff, Scruff of the Neck FC, they'll all stay. Especially McTominay, especially Scott McTominay, he will stay. Do you see what I'm saying? A man that plays central midfield for United and play centre back for Scotland, I've got questions. Listen, the truth is this, Martial has been better than Rashford since he's come. The problem is the structure of how we develop players. Look at Liverpool, for example. Look at how Mo Salah came with raw ability and now has refined his game. Mane refined his game. You look at Jordan Henderson, refined his game. Martial and Rashford both did this and just coasted the whole time because no one is there to develop their game. Rashford, for me, like, honestly, after United, is it an upward trajectory of Chelsea, Liverpool, City? Are any of them taking him for free? Or is it downward? Marcus Rashford.
Ernie, do you think I've likened Rashford's kind of story to obviously nowhere near, he didn't hit nowhere near the heights, but similar to Owen at Liverpool. I feel like he played so much as a youngster, and he's been overused, and to the point where I feel like he's already peaked, and he's never going to.
Rashford peaked COVID season.
Yeah. So my point is that I feel like, you know how Owen just stopped at like 27, he was done. I feel like Rashi's going to be the same thing.
But Michael Owen didn't lose. You know how Timo Werner has lost what he had at Leipzig? Michael Owen didn't lose that at United. He didn't lose it.
Owen wasn't as prolific though.
No,
he wasn't. But Owen still had a knack for goals. He could still finish.
He had it up here.
Like
Rashford.
You knew if you gave him half a yard.
Go and watch the Newcastle highlights when we went to St. James's Park this season and just watch Rashford. Watch him.
Bro, do you know these P&P merchants, these P&P merchants, if they ain't got no football IQ, they're done. That goes.
He's a moments player. Rashford has huge moments. Like, I'll never forget when he packed Trent twice at Old Trafford. He went to Stamford Bridge and scored that blinder of a free kick from like 40 yards. But if you ask him how many free kicks he actually scored that season. There's actually a video, I don't know if you lot can find it. It's from, I think, 2016 or 17. There's a camera angle that is showing behind his back, and there's a woman that sees who's taking a free kick, and she sees it's Rashford, and she's like, oh, for flip's sake. Because, like, the guy is not that good, bruv. He's rapid.
I can't lie. Do you know how traumatized you have to be to even remember that? That's mad.
Do you know what?
No. I have watched Manchester United, over 15, 20 years? Bruv, this I've seen. The last 8-9 years have been way more traumatic, honestly, because
than ever.
There's moments you remember that horrify you forever. Like 5-0.
Cool memories.
5-0 this season at Old Trafford. I was actually asking for 8-0.
Oh,
I wanted 8-0 because we were so bad. We were so bad. Oh my gosh! Like
we took pity on them that day.
Yeah, Liverpool steps up to gas that day.
It should have been 8. It should
No,
have been
because
8.
Oscar, do you remember after 50 minutes, after that 5th goal went in, you could tell we just started bopping the ball around. We were like, "Nah, we're just gonna gas."
Yeah, we're just gonna chill now.
You know who he likens me to, Rashford? You know how you were talking more about Owen. For me, I'm getting more, and I mean this like genuine. I'm not even mocking or anything like that. He reminds me of Theo Walcott's career, in the sense that when he was young, there was something there, something was going on there, and I bet you statistically they're probably similar.
At this point,
goal contributions and whatever else at that age and at that point, because I think Theo played like nearly 400 games and he left with about maybe just over 100 goals, I think, in total for Arsenal. And I think Oscar.
That's harsh, though.
No, because I don't think Theo's as bad as what I'm trying to say here. I'm not
22-year-old Theo Walcott was hot, you know.
I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way. I'm actually saying, like, I think they've got similar careers.
I can't lie. My guy off the bench on FIFA was a Mazza back in the day.
Let me go to the comments.
Send it forward for me, man. You think I had your mad?
Mo, your point is being reiterated in the comments. Man said Rashford is a FIFA merchant. Lola said Everton is calling for Rashi going to an Iwobi and Delhi in the
he banged
the dead ball.
Theo Walcott went there.
60 million quid. Yeah, Everton. That's Everton all over.
Yeah, they're saying Rashi 1920 was different.
COVID season. He was different.
Rashford has brought out a lot of comments. SW6 says, damn, Rashford slander hurts me, man. Goodness me. Yeah.
What did you think of Rashford's?
Like I said it before, injure Rashford again. He clearly needs the ball out. When he had that little injury to his shoulder, he's playing better than he is now.
Broken back Rashford.
How do you play better with the injury than you do without?
No,
But great question.
But do you know why? It's almost like he has a hero complex. It's almost as if he needs that sob story.
Thank you, Adrian.
He needs to be fighting for
Thank you,
something.
Adrian.
Like he needs to make it special to get it. Like he can't
Man's
be
always got to be at a deficit. He's always
And Adrian, do you know what's sad about what you just said?
It needs to be handicapped.
It tells me that there is nothing tactical about how we are set up as a team.
No, it's heart, pure heart.
It's pure heart, pure adrenaline.
SW6. I bet you Theo Walcott and Rashford will leave with the same amount of medals by the end of their careers. I bet you. And it's not like I say. I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way. I genuinely don't. But like, do you know like Theo's 2013 Arsenal season where he was the man? He was the one that was the striker and whatever.
Signed the thing.
Signed the thing, Theo Walcott, right? That's the Rashford that I think we saw in the pandemic. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's like it was hot Rashford. And if Man United are serious about winning things, guess what they have to do? They have to get rid of such players.
Yeah.
They have to go and get better players.
Pete, can I stop you there?
Sure.
United are in a bit of a sticky one because I think he's got up to 2024. I think is the end of his current contract.
Okay.
And so United apparently are kind of thinking because we could have another David De Gea on our hands. Rashford has reached a point where I think by that time, by 2024, he'll be 26. On a new contract, Rashford will be far exceeding the current wages he's on now because we are Manchester United. We're gonna give him money he doesn't deserve.
Yeah. He's probably on money now that he doesn't deserve.
No, Rashford's on like 200, 250. Like
see, this is what I'm talking, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Rashford became like 150,000 player, I think, when Jose came. Like he was on Big P. So my thing is this: his next contract is his big contract because he's 26. They're gonna put him on a 4.5 5-year contract to reach until he's 30. Do you make the investment of Marcus Rashford if he's going to be on a potential decline? Because I asked the question again. This is purely opinion.
At 26,
does the panel think Rashford is going this way, or that way? Because if you ask me,
I don't think he's going up.
He doesn't. Rashford is not doing this, in my opinion. I think he's going. He's going either way.
He's declining. Yeah. He is.
Do you think it depends on what club he plays for? I.e., there's Sterling essence in this as well, where in that age bracket, you would have thought maybe Sterling doesn't reach the heights that he does when Pep Guardiola comes into.
Do you know the difference? Sterling has had better coaches at the crucial point of his development. The key part of his development was when he left. Adrian, he left Liverpool. What? 21, 22,
2015 was it? 2014.
I'm pretty sure.
How old was
he?
He
was
I think he was 20 or 21.
20 or 21.
He was 21. I think Sterling is 26 now. 25.
27.
I think he's 27.
Oh, 27.
20.
Just.
Sterling, in my opinion, owes a huge part of his career to Pep Guardiola.
Oh yes,
as in
give him half his wages
of his development, of his ability. Like the fact that Sterling is easily like top 7, top 6 wingers in world football off of just efficiency. The guy does double figures in goals and assists. You can't argue with Sterling, bro. See what I'm saying? He owes a huge part to Pep Guardiola.
So if Rashford makes a move now, let's say for example he goes to a club where he's got a fantastic coach, then the trajectory changes, or do you think there's still a bit of a caveat?
He needs to pray and fast to whatever God he believes in. That Eric Ten Hag is the manager of Manchester United. Because God forbid he gets Pochettino. Gosh, it's over.
Mind you, though, Pochettino with the likes of the Dele Allis of this world, the Harry Kanes of this world. I mean, could you argue, son? Could you argue?
Over.
Conte just dropped another hint. He said, "I want to celebrate the game between Chelsea and Liverpool yesterday. It was a great, exciting game to watch. This also underlines how difficult it is to win trophies in this country. It was amazing for me and all the people in other countries to watch this game."
What does that even mean?
I think what he's trying to say is we're levels off, and like I'm not really looking to stay here because I ain't gonna win shit. I ain't gonna win nothing. You know
I'll be honest.
Conte's on his period all year round.
No, do you know what? That's a Tottenham manager I like. Let me tell you that right now. That's a Tottenham manager I like.
I don't want Conte anywhere near United after what I've seen this week because I think that
told you.
Honestly, no, Adrian, you're right because listen,
he's too emotional, man.
Conte wants things to be absolutely perfect. Yeah. No. Okay. That's my number 2 point. My number 1 point is you believe Daniel Levy. That's my issue. The first point I want to make to Conte is you believe Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
I said to you guys, Man United were told by his camp, his agent, he wants 250 M's. Either Daniel Levy was absolutely going to give him the bag or he's capping. It's one of the two. And the truth is,
somebody's lying. Yeah, someone was lying.
Someone was lying. You see what I'm saying? Now, my thing is this, yeah. I feel like Conte is making valid points, but bruv, these are your employers. And I think that going on about it the way he has, I don't want that circus at United. We have enough to deal with.
It's true. It's a bit recipe disaster kind of thing because United is half baked, right? And the thing is, what I think people do forget at Inter Milan, he was the same thing. It was only in January where things turned, and then they went and won the league because he was losing the league in Serie A last year, right? So it's one of those where Conte Conte, I don't know. People are taking it badly and whatever else, but he's keeping it a buck. You know them ones.
No, he's not lying. But Pete, you've seen what's happened to managers who tell the truth too much at United. Van Gaal and Jose got kicked. So I don't want.
But someone had to tell it. Someone had to say it. Do you know them ones? Someone's got to say something. It can't be just the fans, can it?
Let's keep it 1,000. Do you think that the club don't know what they're supposed to do? Do you think that they don't know that Liverpool's midfield is better than ours? Chelsea's midfield is better than ours. They've given Pogba, Scott McTominay, and Fred. You think they don't know that the squad isn't good enough?
Ernest, here's the thing.
Here's the
thing. Consistency shows me what a club thinks. Because you've had those players you've mentioned, they've been in the camp for 4-5 years. So in my head, I think they probably look at it and think, actually, it's not as, hey, we finished second last year.
It's not that bad.
It's not actually not that bad. I genuinely, you always say that they're the dumbest club in the world. And you know me full well. I second you and third you on that comment. I genuinely think, though, sometimes these football clubs are as dumb as we talk about them to be. Because why is it so consistent, that midfield? You go back the last 2, 3, 4 seasons, you fielded the same midfield. So clearly somebody does. Somebody out there, somebody's not pulling their hair out. Maybe they are. And as you say, if you talk too much, boom, you're out the door. You're out the door. So it's one of those where, Conte, I tell you what, I hold Conte in high regard. I love that guy as a manager. But my first moment when I thought he's got his screw loose a little bit here, he joined Tottenham Hotspur. So the thing is no, because I always ask the question. Do you know whenever somebody joins Tottenham or in any format, managerial or player, I ask them, what did they say to you when you were going there? Right. What was it that made you say, I'm signing that contract, legally binding? I have to know what they're saying. And the same, and now I think the same thing at Manchester United. When a player walks through the door, especially this last couple of summers, have they not watched Manchester United the last few years? And a kid like Jadon Sancho looks at there, who apparently supports Chelsea, right? Walks in the door and says, I'm going to sign for Manchester. Get me out of Dortmund to join Manchester United. I'm a bit like, I don't know, it's apples and oranges here. You're kind of joining almost the same thing to a degree. So it does make me question. I genuinely think that you're the people that run your football club, they think this is okay. Otherwise, there would have been change by now.
Nah. Harry Maguire was tall and white.
Where are we now? Because I feel like we need to move on to the top 4 race in some way.
I mean, we could talk the Arsenal if you want. We could talk
let's go to Arsenal. Obviously, a big win on was it Thursday night? You lot got the last minute winner against Wolverhampton Wanderers. You celebrated it like it was a a big game in your season. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling?
Listen, man, I'm feeling nice. Chicken and rice. The thing is, though, yeah, it's one of those. Like, look, we got to do our job. Just win the games we can. Listen, we got 6 points against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I don't know many teams are going to get 6 out of them this season. They're a bloody good side. They're bloody good. Watching them on Thursday, besides all the time wasting and what have you, they're a good side. They're a freaking good side. And so,
I hate these Liverpool, man. I swear, I hate these.
Why? Go on. Why?
Because you're like, I don't think many teams are going to get 6 points, and they're laughing because they did.
Yeah, like I said, not many. Doesn't mean that means some have got them. But
yeah.
You know, Arsenal are doing what they can. They're doing their thing where they're making a stance in this top 4 race. Look, will we make it? I still don't necessarily believe we will, but it's not because of the lack of trying. These boys are kicking and screaming for everything they can this year. And when you got a striker like Lacazette, it's one of those where you're just like, okay, we're doing the best with what we can at the moment. So shout out to the boys. And watching teams play on the weekend when you've done your job in the midweek, it's the best feeling in the world, David. I don't know about you, but I was sitting there, you know what I'm saying, knees up. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching United drop points. I'm saying, yes, Wolves drop points on the weekend as much as I wanted it a draw between West Ham and Wolves. I was very, very delighted. I'm very, very happy that Arsenal won. And Wolves, if you didn't time waste, we wouldn't have got the late winner. You know what I'm saying? That was all down to you lot. Massive mind games. But credit to Bruno Lage and his side. To see them in person, I was like, you know what? This team is good. And people like Neto and that lot were coming off the bench. You know, they had Fabio Silva on the bench. They had some good players in there. And I thought, geez, this is a good side. It's a good side. David, you got anything on the arse?
Bruv, I don't trust the process. It don't look good. I'm not on it, bruv.
You don't think it was a big win on Thursday night?
Bruv, I don't give a damn, bruv.
Why?
Passion FC, all this, bruv. It don't look good, bruv. When I see the tactics, it just looks, bruv. It's a how, bruv. You can't.
So what do you need to see,
bro? Let me give you a football analogy, manager. Yeah, you got rigid, and then you got fluid. Our thing is just rigid, bruv. And then Arteta is stubborn. You see when Pepe come on, the guy done his thing in it. Yeah, obviously. Watch the next game. You're gonna see him on the bench, bruv. We're still gonna go, and then we're gonna struggle again to score.
Well, I don't trust Pepe to start football matches,
bro.
I don't trust him to start football matches. The Pepe that we get sometimes is a very inconsistent Pepe. He might end up at the end of the season, you know, with like double goals and assists and whatever and what have you. But I don't trust him. You know what I mean? And I don't blame Arteta for not trusting him. In all honesty, at the end of the day, I think we're trying to. We started off rigid, and I think we're slowly gaining that fluidity as time goes on. There were moments in the games this season where we've been a lot more fluid than most. And Odegaard just needs to. You know, we need to get more minutes out of Odegaard. He needs a bit more mileage in that side. And I think over time, hopefully, he can become, you know, the sort of the Ozil replacement, if you will, because he's deeply missed. But you know,
David, I can't lie, man. I've been very, very vocal about my Arsenal takes this season. But bro, Arteta looks like he's doing a thing. You know what I mean? Looks like he's doing a thing.
All right,
see, Oscar, you're going a bit far. It's not a case of
he's not doing a thing.
It's not. We can't. I'm not going to call it that he's doing a thing yet. We can't. It's not. The article is not finished.
Fair enough.
You know them ones. So, you know, it's one of those where, let's see. One thing I'll give Arteta is that he tapped into the Wenger side instead of he took off a defender. Yeah, I'm with you on that one because when that sub was being made, I was very happy. We went forward. We took I think a fullback off. And we brought on a forward, and I thought, okay, brilliant. Here we go. He's going to go for it rather than like for like. All this to say, I'm not getting ahead of myself. The nonsense is that Laka will cost us. He might do, but at the same time, I think Here's the thing: the reason I think Arsenal could get in the top 4, I don't necessarily think it's down to Arsenal. I think it's just the fact that United and the like, Tottenham and so on and so forth, they are literally handing it over to us. You know, we're still 3 games behind some of these teams, right? And those games in hand include Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs. They're no easy games at all. In fact, I'll bite your hand off for 4 points right now. I will bite your hand off 4 points. bite your hand off right now for those. So it's one of those where what's more than likely is that there'll probably be 2 points, 1 point, maybe even no points, right? In those 3 games. So as long as United and Tottenham and Wolves and West Ham keep doing what they're doing, Arsenal will make the top 4 as long as they keep doing that. But now,
let me tell you right now.
West Ham got a big result yesterday, though.
Listen, let me tell you right now. Yeah,
it was huge.
Oh, did they win?
Yeah,
they won 1-0, bro.
They beat Wolves.
I was focused on the Chelsea Liverpool game.
Obviously, we were focused on bigger things, innit? But
yeah, of course.
Big fish.
Not so big for us, but yeah, big for you. Yeah, no, big move for West Ham then, if that's the case.
Yeah, they went 5th.
SW6 has a question. He says, if Arsenal don't get top 4 from this point, is it a failure?
Yes.
Oh, you're on drugs, David. You're on drugs. There's no way. There's no way it's a failure. There's no way.
With the way the season's gone,
we're not in the top. We're not in the top 4 now. Let's hold tight. We're not there.
This is where I completely disagree. I've got the table in front of me. You have got three games in hand.
Name the 3. Name them.
Okay. No. But that's not the point.
It is.
No, because if you're going for top 4,
you have to win games anyway.
Bro, you
have to win. You have to win games, but you don't. Listen. You're saying top 4 is a failure if we don't win our 3 games in hand. But
who are
yet
your 3 games against?
Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs.
Okay, so should you beat Spurs?
Like I said to you, I'll bite your hand off for 4 points.
Okay,
I'll bite your hand off for 4 points right now. Is what I said. Out of those 3, I'll bite your hand off for 4 points.
Do you not owe Chelsea? Do you not owe Chelsea in a performance, considering your embarrassing game at the Emirates earlier this season?
Was it embarrassing? That's a bit
I was
far.
there.
You were there, but it was
yeah,
embarrassing.
It was bad.
Was it embarrassing? Embarrassing.
I think it was.
I don't know. I think Chelsea are levels above Arsenal. And the thing is, we're going to Stamford Bridge, for crying out loud. By the way, the Chelsea and Tottenham are away. Liverpool's at home. And even you're saying you're going to slap us. So really and truly, Arsenal are not in the position to be fighting.
I'm so glad you've said that. I'm so glad you have said that, right? Because
talk to me.
The 3 games that you mentioned are your games in hand.
Yes.
Right? So really and truly, if you're trying to get top 4, you have to beat Tottenham, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if Arsenal beat Tottenham, they move to 48 points. That moves them ahead of West Ham and Man United. So even if you lose 2 out of those 3 and you win 1, you go to 48 points. That puts you at 4th place. Yeah. So with 11 games left in the season, yeah, after your games in hand,
yeah,
how can you say it's not a failure if you don't get top 4?
Because there's more games to play than the others. United and West Ham, for example, have played the games. They've got the points on the board. Arsenal don't have those points on the board. And we've still got to play Manchester United. We've still got to play West Ham. We've still got to play Tottenham and Chelsea and Liverpool.
Fellow top 4 rivals.
Yes, so they're big games. They're not. It's not a failure. It's not a failure. If it was like, say we're playing, say we play Everton and I don't know, Palace and so on. If those were our games in hand and we lose those, that's a failure. Look at people.
You've missed what I've completely said. You've missed what I've said, like, completely. I just gave you a loss against Liverpool and a loss against Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take those 2 away. Yeah. Then you'll move to 26 games. You're still 1 game in hand over Man United and West Ham. That 1 game is Tottenham.
I hear you.
Yeah?
No, I hear you.
On top of that, you've got to play Man United and you've got to play West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the remaining games.
Yeah.
They're fellow top 4 rivals. I don't understand. If you don't beat them, it's a failure. If you don't get top 4, that's a failure.
I don't think so. We were never supposed to be in the conversation of top 4.
Yeah.
What do you mean? According to every Arsenal fan you could think of, the squad is definitely not good enough to be in the top 4. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't even be in this battle right now. Manchester United and the like are handing it to us.
Peter, the rest of the games, take those games away. We got Watford away, Leicester at home, Villa away, Palace away, Brighton, Southampton, Leeds, Newcastle, Everton.
Yeah.
All winnable games.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we do win them. We've lost 7 games this season.
Yeah, but
we've lost more games than Manchester United, I think, table showing.
But Pete, the point is that when you're saying it doesn't mean you're going to win them, that's always true. But the point that I think everyone's saying is, if you lose them, wouldn't you say you failed? Like, if you go and drop points to Leicester at home, that's an opportunity missed. rather than
but what I'm
team
saying,
being better than you.
No, what I'm actually saying is everybody thinks we're in a better position than we actually are because there's 3 games in hand, for example. And I don't think that's the case. I don't seem that to be the case because we could easily lose all 3 of those games, right? And if we lose all 3 of them, we're not calling them failure. Tottenham is away, and it's a North London derby.
Tottenham away, you should be getting points.
Oscar, when was the last time we beat Tottenham away?
No, I mean, I think you should be.
We haven't done it. We haven't done it. I think, if I can remember, we haven't done it since 2014. Winning at Spurs, we haven't won at Spurs since 2014. So it's not a guarantee you go out there and win.
Yo, Pete. I didn't come here. I didn't support this team this far just for me to get me here to this point here, as we can see on the screen, and not go and get top 4.
What did I say at the start of the season?
What did you say?
I said this is going to be a roller coaster. You better get your seatbelt on because it's going to be a horrible ride this year.
Okay, Peter.
It'll be ups and downs.
Yeah, the comments are speaking to you. Let me read a couple of them out, and then you can respond afterwards. Boss Like Ender said, Peter is trying this underdog thing. Best believe if you don't get top 4, we will come for you. Lola is saying, Peter, don't do that. It was shocking for me.
What was shocking?
Not getting,
I think they're talking about the Chelsea game at home.
I didn't think it was embarrassing.
Not getting top 4 is a failure. C1 is also saying, Peter, please don't do this underdog thing, fam.
These guys have
an opportunity to go on top of them.
It's as if I haven't been consistent from August the 1st. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been here. I'm sat on the same
You
seat.
equally just said they're handing it to you. So if you don't take it when they're handing it to you,
and like I said, if Manchester United and the like continue, Arsenal will make the top 4. That's what I said.
But Peter, no one here is denying that Manchester United have had a horrible season. Tottenham have had a horrible season.
Yeah.
I think the onus now, when those 2 teams are playing poor, is for a team like Arsenal, who is probably just beneath those teams in terms of squad quality, should go in and take that 4th spot, man. You can't be allowing.
And as I said,
but what you're asking us to do is to beat one of Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool in those 3, and Mo's pointed out Spurs. Now we haven't beaten them since 2014. We've beaten Liverpool and Chelsea since. You catch my drift. So it's not for me. It's like, okay, if our games in hand were slightly easier, everyone's got a fantastic point.
It just feels like you want more handouts than you've already got. Like they've
I'm saying no, Joismo. I'm saying we're not good enough. We've actually done bloody good to be here. We're not good enough. No. Well, our squad and our 11 full of kids and maybe 1 or 2 older players, they're not good enough. And then our best striker in the last 3 or 4 years is left the football club. I will be amazed if Arsenal made the top 4. Amazed.
I can't lie. You're sounding like a West Ham fan, bro. I can't lie. Yeah.
Lola said Peter is chatting as if Arsenal are Southampton. From here, any of Arsenal, United, and Spurs not getting top 4 is a failure.
Guys, we finished. Listen, Tottenham not making the top 4 is not failure. Let's not I'm not even going to go on like Arsenal's the only one here. If Tottenham, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves don't make the top 4, it's not failure for any of them. The real failure is Manchester United if they don't make the top 4. And also, Arsenal have finished 8th the last 2 seasons. Guess what? Our level is not Chelsea, Man United. It's not that level yet. We're not there yet.
Okay. Peter, Abdi has put in a fantastic
great point.
He said it's literally in your hands. 3 games in hand. 2 points off. Did Brendan bottle top 4 last season because nobody expected him to be there? Remember, Peter, you were very, very critical of Brendan Rodgers because he bottled the top 4 spot.
Okay, so this is where you fall into my lap very nicely because Brendan Rodgers was how many points in the top 4? How many points was he? Big strong pause. How many points was he in the top 4 with? You remember, Leicester were in the top 4. Arsenal haven't even been in the top 4. They haven't finished in 1 to 4th places this season yet. So it's not the same. I get it. It's in our hands. And I'm saying to you, the caveat is, however, it's Stamford Bridge, it's Liverpool, and it's the toilet bowl.
Yeah. And
you understand? It's not the same as Brendan Rodgers.
Right, and if you're about that life, you go and win those damn games because the ramifications are huge, blood. Newcastle are going to stay up and they're bringing the bag next season, bro.
Sure.
If we're not in that Champions League, we're never getting in it. We're done.
Listen,
people are fact checking you. They're saying Boss Like Endo is saying Arsenal were fourth on the.
No, I don't mean it like that. I'm saying right now. I'm saying right here, right now. I don't mean they've never been in the top. Listen, before a ball was kicked, we were first. I'm not talking that. I'm saying that when games are like when we all played the level amount of games, when everybody's been on the same level of games, Arsenal not been in the top 4.
But why are you not favourites for this in the current situation, considering you spent 371 million over the last 3 seasons?
Because Manchester United spent more and they've got the better team.
Okay, you spent more than any club in the whole of Europe in the summer.
Manchester United have the best squad of the top 4 challengers. That's why we don't make. That's why we're not the favourites.
Didn't Arsenal fans give the same excuse when Arteta took over, when he finished 8th, and you said, yeah, but he came in halfway through the season?
Oh, you should have seen where I was. You should have seen where I was with that. Then listen, I don't speak for all Arsenal fans, and clearly, as you can see in the chat, we don't even agree. Yeah. So with me, it's a case of no. Manchester United is the best 4th place team in the league. And who knows? They could be in this top 4, even 5 points clear of 5th. And at the end of the day, that's not a surprise. And it doesn't mean Tottenham failed. It doesn't mean Arsenal failed or West Ham or whoever else. Like at the end of the day, Arsenal are not good enough for the top 4. If we make it there, it's down to the fact that the other teams are playing as badly as they are currently and continue to do so come the final stretch. Because keep it a buck with me, Mo. These guys, Arsenal are not going to get any points, really and truly. I don't think we're going to get more than 2 points between Chelsea, Spurs, and Liverpool. I don't think we get more than 2 points.
But how can you not beat Spurs?
We haven't. It's a derby. It's a derby, mate. A different kettle of fish. And by the way, City. Sorry, David. Sorry. By the way, have you watched Tottenham? When they feel like turning it on, they do. That's their big problem at the moment. That's their big problem.
But look, can I ask you a question, Peter? If Liverpool don't beat Man City at the Etihad to go level on points with them, and then we don't win the league, right? People are going to say, well, you had the chance at City. You could have took points off them, but you didn't. Yeah? The point is if you want top 4, you got to beat the teams who are in and around you to get top 4.
I'm not disagreeing that. I'm not disagreeing that.
That's 100% facts.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all. You're spot on. But is it a failure if Liverpool don't win the league this year? No.
Bro, but
because what they have to do is Liverpool have to win their game in hand and beat City at the Etihad.
But Peter, the reason why that question isn't the same is because if we were 2 points behind Man City with 3 games in hand, 100%, I would sit here and tell you it is a failure. 110%.
Yeah.
I think points on the board. For me, I look at it as this: the points need to be on the board first. This thing of having games.
Would you be saying that if Liverpool had 3 games in hand?
Having games in hand doesn't mean anything. You need to have the points on the board. Yeah, and guess what? Manchester United right now is the 4th best club in the country. You know them ones.
You're looking at paper though, bro. Come on, you're just looking at paper.
How else can I look at it?
Is Arteta a better manager than Ralph Rangnick?
I think they're the same thing.
Oh,
and I don't like either.
I feel you on that.
Let's be very clear.
But Pete, I think you're being very.
I'm managing expectations.
You're looking at it from the paper perspective, and you're not factoring in the fact that Tottenham and Manchester United have fallen off a cliff this season. They're not as good as they should be.
We lost to Man United this year.
Hold on. Therefore, Arsenal should capitalize, and you're making it seem like Arsenal not capitalizing doesn't equate to failure, and for me, it does.
Wow, we're not even in the top 4.
Tenson says. Peter, if not this time, when do you think it will be? I don't see Man United will have the same season like this again. I think he's basically saying, when do you ever see Arsenal
when we'll get top 4? We won't be back in the top 4 necessarily because people like Man United will improve. Newcastle, as David has mentioned, but that's the reality of it.
But why can't Arsenal improve?
I didn't say they can't. The question was,
why shouldn't they be expected to? Why?
Why shouldn't they be expected to do what?
To improve the same way. Obviously, you're saying like down the end stretch, right? United should improve, right? They should, and also Tottenham should improve. Why is that same expectation not on Arsenal?
No, it is, but who knows what Tottenham's and United's opponents are for them to improve on? we've just talked about our 3 games in hand. They're horrible fixtures. Whereas Manchester United might have easier ones. Tottenham might have easier ones. And Conte could string 4 wins in a row. You know them ones. And then it's like, well, Tottenham are, they beat who they're supposed to beat. I don't know what the fixtures are for these clubs. I'm not.
This is a bit of a crazy. Okay, just off the back of that, then, do you know when you lost? Not this season, but I can't remember what season it was. You lost to Anfield, right? You got whooped as you always do. And Hector Bellerin came out after the game. Yeah. And he said, "You're laughing because you know what I'm about to tell you."
Yeah.
Hector Bellerin, said, "We didn't come here expecting to win. Yeah. We didn't come here expecting to win. It's Liverpool. They're a great team. Yeah. We don't really stand a chance." Yeah. Is that the same mindset you have then as a fan? Did you agree with him when he said that?
No, I didn't agree with him because the landscape of competition was different. The landscape was different then. When Bellerin spoke out, we were a top 4 side that were underachieving. If Arsenal make the top 4 this year, yeah, we were. If Arsenal make the top 4 this year, we've overachieved. Can you agree with that?
I'd agree with that.
Wait there, Mo. Are you disagreeing that if Arsenal make the top 4, they've overachieved? Are you disagreeing?
Okay, if from the start of the season.
No,
because from right now, no. How have you overachieved from now?
Bro, we're not even in the top 4.
You know what you're doing.
You're hedging your bets, Pete.
No. Listen to me, guys. Hear me out, Mo. Even today, we're talking on the 1st of March tomorrow. If Arsenal make the top 4, you're telling me it's not an overachievement?
Wallahi, I'm telling you. It's
fam, you've just done what Wenger used to do, bruv.
Okay.
You just
fair enough. We disagree. Honestly,
I would just love to know if Peter would give this same leeway to any other team who had 3 games in hand who were 2 points behind in any situation.
Bro, no cap, yeah. If Tottenham had 3 games in hand and they were, Liverpool, Chelsea, and say Man United for argument's sake, or even Arsenal, right? North London derby, Arsenal, right? I'm not going to say they've bottled it because they didn't even have the points to begin with.
But they're not. But you're not going. But you name the teams that they're going up against, which are clear. Man United are not clear of you. Tottenham are not clear of you. West Ham are not clear of you.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm talking about right now. I'm saying if I said to you Manchester United's fixtures or Tottenham or West Ham, any of those, I'm saying like if any of those had our fixtures, I'm not going to call them bottle jobs because they're not even in the 4th place yet, and they're playing very tough opposition.
Can you agree with Abdi's comment?
Oscar, I just cancelled Abdi's comment because I spoke to you about what I said about Brendan. Brendan didn't have games in hand. Brendan was in the top 4 points to spare and lost the game.
So are you in agreement? Are you in agreement then? If Arsenal win their games in hand, and they get there, then it would be a failure. Then we would be the favourites for the top 4. Then I would agree. Then you'd agree to lose it from that point. Would be
then it's ours to lose at that point. Of course, if you beat Tottenham, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Chelsea, we'll be like 7 points clear, won't we?
No, but Oscar, that's too much though. Like, give them the loss versus Chelsea and Liverpool. If they beat Tottenham, they're 4th. They're 4th.
Yeah, but it's still like 11 games to go.
1 point ahead.
Yeah, but it's still 11 games to go. You can't call it failure when you were ahead by 1 point. I mean, because you beat one team.
11 games to go.
Yeah,
and the only top teams you have to play in your last 11 games are the teams that are around you.
Yeah, but it's still 33 points up for grabs. You're only 1 point ahead. What's going on?
Do you know what? I think we're going to go around in circles here if we keep going. Peter's made his point very, very clear. Lola says, this is the issue. You're using a static metric and not accounting for changes in a season. Things change. Yo, David, I just muted you. I don't know why. We're getting some feedback from your mic.
Wait, hang on. So if Manchester, of course we're using both metric and what's it called? Because if Manchester United start pulling wins together, which by the way, under Ranić, I think they lost 1 game. 1 or 2 games max under Ranić. So and I think Conte's having a bad spell right at this moment. If Tottenham and Man United start winning all their games, start winning a good majority of their games, Manchester United finish in the top 4. You know them ones. It's not like we're all going to lose games. All of us are going to lose games between now and then.
If Arsenal start winning their games, they finish in the top 4 too. We can say that for any of them.
Yeah, we can, but it's like to say if Arsenal win their 3 games in hand, that's it. It's done. No, it's not done.
This big up Lola, man. This thing is different. Lola and Dave, man. Lola and Dave got standards in it for Arsenal.
Lola's holding it down, man.
Bro, Mo. The thing is, yeah, they can have standards all they like. This is the Arsenal, Liverpool's 2010 era. That's what Arsenal are going through right now. That's just what we're going through.
Who's our Konchowski and Squillaci?
David, Kolasinac. Can I remind you of him? Socrates.
He's
gone.
Exactly.
Gone.
This is the transition. We're on the other end, aren't we? We're on the other end of the transition. I'm saying we're Liverpool of 2010, whereby we finished 8th the last 2 years. We can't ignore that. We finished 8th. Mo, I just know where my club is at the moment.
We can't ignore the fact that Tottenham and Man United have both had a new manager mid-season. They're in transition as well.
Sure. But guess what? We'll finish above Tottenham, but Man United are the team that are going to finish 4th. I keep saying it. They're the better side. They've got the better resources. They've got the better squad.
They just drew to Watford, man.
Guess what? We drew to Palace, okay? We drew to Burnley. We drew to Burnley at home. We drew to Burnley at home the other week. It was just the other week. You know what it was? We drew to Burnley at home the other week.
Yeah, no, I have spoken to a lot of Arsenal fans who have forgotten that you did draw to Burnley.
Of course they have.
There is, Mo, there is the sense of this that is like, bro, they are Arsenal, innit?
Remember Everton away. Manchester United away.
I still lean towards Mo's side of the fence, where I feel like from this position, you're in pole position. Go and take that top 4 spot. Yeah. Abdi says, it's as simple as this. If every team win all their games, Arsenal get 4th. So it's in your hand. Yeah, but that's not actually mathematically possible. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
David Manhart here are nonsense. Adrian, I don't know why Adrian's in the comments when he should be on the podcast. I don't know what's going on there. He said, let's not be disingenuous though. Arsenal are not some super team, which is fair.
No, they don't have. Listen, in this league, you don't have to be a super team to get top 4. Respectfully,
like that's a fact. Chelsea got top 4 last year, bro.
Look how poor United have been this season. Look how poor Tottenham have been. Like. As in, I just think, I don't know. It's just from this point, when I look at the table, I can't see how you can't come to the conclusion that Arsenal are in pole position to get top 4. And if you don't,
it's not honest right now. The league isn't honest right now. We haven't played the same games as everybody else, and the games we have to play are horrible fixtures. That's why I'm saying it.
Right. Last point on this, I think we're going in circles. Lola says Spurs and United both have worse defenses. Arsenal have a better midfield than Spurs. As a whole, Arsenal are on par with the teams fighting for top 4.
Yeah, and I think we'll finish above Spurs. I've been clear on that.
Credit Arteta because he's built a decent defense there when he's got the 2 centre backs, White and Gabriel, in there. You look like a team that can keep clean sheets. What's that? Endo said, Broski, last 2 seasons, you need 66 points to get 4th. We finished 3rd with 69. That's a fact.
I think you'll need 70 this year to finish in the top 4. I think you need about 70.
Why?
70?
Yeah, why would you need 70?
I think you would.
70?
Wait, the competition for that position is Arsenal, Spurs, and West Ham and United.
Man United, yeah. Man United for me will get at least, okay, I didn't even realize. Well, we're still in the 40s. Okay, we're still in the 40s.
Bro, listen, check this out. United are on 47 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's 11 games left for them. That's a possible 33 points. So that's a possible 80 in total. And you reckon it will take 70 to get 4th?
I don't think it will.
I think United will get like 68 points. Let me say that.
Yeah.
I think from there, United will get about 68 points.
Arsenal can get more than that.
And so,
United are getting clapped against Man City and Liverpool.
Oh, you never know with this United.
I don't know about Man City, man. I don't know about Man City. You never know
what the curse is with Man City and Man United when they go to the Etihad. I don't know what.
I mean, they're coming to Anfield. They're getting clapped there.
Yeah, that I can agree with.
Peter, Lola's made a fantastic point. I think it helps us move on to the next part of the show very nicely. She said, anyway, can we chat about putting an asterisk next to wins versus Leeds?
100%.
Because them man are just getting slapped up on a regular basis.
I'm gutted that Bielsa's lost his job.
Confirmed, by the way.
Yeah, he has been confirmed. I'm actually disappointed that Leeds pulled the trigger on Bielsa. Only because it's not because I don't think they could go down, but it's just a case of like, okay, say they go down, yeah? Like, what's the worst that could really happen? They get 100 million for going down. They'll walk the championship next year and come back up. They've lost, I don't know how many players they've lost in the squad this season. Their last 4 or 5 games included Manchester United, Liverpool, City, I think was in one of them. Like, they've had some horrible fixtures. And to sack him here, honestly, I was so disappointed in Leeds United for doing that. I was very sad that Bielsa lost his job. I think it was harsh.
Peter was just looking forward to an easy win against Leeds. That's why.
And I thought to myself, "Come on, guys!
No, they already got it, bro. They already 8-4. Like, you went to Leeds United and scored 4 goals, man.
We wanted them at home. We wanted them at home.
Well, let's have a look at these horrible fixtures here, because it's been ridiculous. West Ham United in the FA Cup, then West Ham in the league, they won. After that, losing to Newcastle is horrendous. Drawing 3-3 with Leeds in that excellent game. Everton, they lost. My bad. Yeah, Everton 3-0 defeat, which is disgraceful under Frank Lampard as well.
That's not good.
Man United beat them 4-2.
That's a disgrace as well.
I don't know if I'm reading that in order. Am I going the right way? Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Liverpool with the 6-0,
by the way.
Liverpool with the 6-0 is a disgrace.
I mean, when you watch the game,
Tottenham Hotspur 4-0 is a disgrace. You can't be losing by these margins.
But those last 3 games with the players that they don't have, I mean, they're horrible ties.
You can't lose.
You
by
can't
those
get sacked after those 3 games, though. Those are like, if you're sacked after the Everton game, I get you, because Villa, Newcastle, I'm totally with you. But look at your 3 games.
But Pete, they're not. I don't think he was sacked for losing those games. He was sacked for the margins, bro. You can't lose 6-0 under any circumstances, and then to go 5-0 to a Tottenham side where Conte doesn't even want to be there, and he's doing press conferences saying, "I'm sick of this club," because they just lost to Burnley. You can't lose 4-0.
Guys, Leeds would not even be in this conversation if it wasn't for Bielsa in the first place.
Yeah,
and
I'm
also
with you.
last year they finished 9th in the league when they had all their players. I just think that I don't think they needed to sack Bielsa. I think that was harsh.
Pete, I agree with you on that respect. I wasn't anti-Bielsa. But if anyone's going to sack a manager after a 4-0 defeat and a 6-0 defeat and a 4-2 defeat and a 3-0 defeat, I mean, can you really complain?
3 of the 4 were against Man United, Tottenham, and Liverpool.
That doesn't matter.
I can complain.
Can someone in the chat fact check this? But how many times have United scored more than 3 goals this season? Because there ain't that many games, and
they both against Leeds,
and they're both against Leeds, bro. Like,
even last season they got 6.
It is a disgrace to lose to United like that, because United ain't that team right now.
But that game was different, though. That game was a bit weird. You know, it was 2-2 at some stage, and it was a bit like, you know, it was hammer and tongs, if you will. But you got to
realize they had to get rid of him. Like, if you look at Burnley and Everton have both got 2 games in hand over them, and they're only 2 and 1 points behind them, respectively.
To Adrian's comment, he says, Peter, they had to arrest the situation. They had to. Robinho says, I have no sympathy for Marcelo the Stallion. Respect.
I don't think they're going down. That's the problem. I just don't think there's 3 worse teams than Leeds.
Bro, when you're losing to Newcastle, you have to arrest the situation.
But Newcastle ain't worse at this moment in time. And
Newcastle weren't on no win streak in January the 22nd, bro. They've gone on the win streak since.
They bought 5 players in the window. What did Leeds bring in?
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
It's not the same Newcastle side.
You're not listening to what I'm saying, bro. Newcastle were horrible at that time when they beat Leeds.
No, they weren't. Not on January 22nd.
In the league, Pete. They were rock bottom in the league.
Yeah, and how many games have they won since that game?
Yeah, but
how many games have Newcastle lost in the new year? That's a good question. I want to find out.
They've been on an upturn, but that doesn't excuse what we saw. Baraka says Jesse Marsh, decent hire for Leeds. I don't know too much about him. Baraka, if you can inform us, or Mo, do you know about him?
Yeah. Jesse Marsh, he's excellent, man. Like, honestly, he's quite easily the best American coach out there. For those who don't know him, he's the guy who was extremely successful for RB Salzburg. He's the one who managed Haaland, Patson Daka. I mean, if Naby Keita, all these men that have come out of Salzburg, who have then gone on to bigger teams, or most likely they've gone on to RB Leipzig or Dortmund. He's renowned, man. He plays really good football.
Haaland and Keita.
Yep.
So all injury-prone dons, yeah? Okay.
Listen, Karim Adeyemi as well. Adeyemi as well. Mohamed Kamara. All these men, like, so they've.
Did he have Minamino at Salzburg by any chance?
Yep.
Yeah, he
Minamino,
did. Okay.
And Hwang, the guy at Wolves.
Hwang. Yeah, Wolves. Yeah.
So like a lot of these guys have come under his stewardship, and obviously Ralf Rangnick was the director of football for both Salzburg and Leipzig whilst he was there. So they only go for managers who have really good attacking football. If you remember the way they played at Anfield,
was that the 3-3?
No, at Anfield. No,
was it 3-3 at Anfield?
4-3. We beat them.
4-3.
Yeah. It was but yeah, he's renowned for having really good attacking football. Loves his fullbacks. He's one of those ones, like, loves his fullbacks, loves his wide players to play inside, loves to have a focal point, a high pressing system. So very similar to what Leeds are used to, but I feel like it might be a bit more controlled.
So, Mo, considering you seem like a big believer in this guy, do you think he's got what it takes to keep Leeds up?
The thing is, right, they're missing the players that he requires to do what needs to be done.
And this is the Bielsa thing. This is the Bielsa thing for me. I think Bielsa and him are no far from the same tree. You catch my drift? And I think if both managers had the players, both of those teams stay up. But if we're thinking that, you know what, the way Bielsa was sliding like a stone, I genuinely think Jesse will find it just as difficult with the players that are fit at the moment. Because, by the way, it is dross. Because that midfield doesn't exist. It doesn't actually exist. I watched them against United. I watched them against Spurs. And there was another game that I saw them. It wasn't Liverpool. I saw another game where the midfield didn't exist. I didn't know who played in the center of midfield in that game, in those games.
You know what, as well?
Massive hole.
You know what, as well, Oscar? I feel like I do question his. I mean, he's had a poor time. He went to Leipzig at the start of the season. They've been poor,
and they banged him off.
I think they did. And the thing is that I'm going to be honest as well. One thing I will say is that from Bielsa. Actually, Lola's just said it. I was literally going to say that. Marsh doesn't go man for man. He doesn't do that. Like, Leeds are so ridiculous. Like, I don't. And the thing is, Oscar, I was going to say, like, do you know we talk about certain teams getting in managers at the end of the season when they're in the relegation battle? Sometimes you just got to have that grit, that determination, that bottle. Yeah. I don't know if he's got that gene.
Keeping a team up and establishing like your own play and being your own style and progressing a team, they're two different jobs. Taking over a team at the start of the season, like if he's taking over Leeds next season, we'd see what he's got and let him plan his team and do all that. He's got to fight for his life now for the next 10 games.
Bro, I don't know if you lot are seeing this league table, but this relegation battle is going to be tasty.
It is going to be very nice. Oscar, I'm telling you this, I don't think he keeps them up based on what Leeds' situation is. Because the managers he's against, because let's bear that in mind too. People like Sean Dyche, do not panic. People like Newcastle look like they're almost home and dry because they've got games in hand and they're already above. I think they're above Brentford and the like. I can't remember. But people of that ilk. Watford, who knows what kind of Watford is going to turn out towards the end of the season. You've got Everton, I think, in the mix as well. He's up against some managers and teams where it's like...
It's Norwich, Watford, Burnley, Everton, Leeds, Brentford, Newcastle.
Imagine.
Bro, this is crazy as well. And the fact that Norwich have actually pulled themselves back into this whole thing.
The thing is, I think everybody will still think Norwich will be gone. They'll be the ones that are gone. And I think Watford are almost second, certainly, to go down. So there's one place still up for grabs. And I'm telling you now, it's not Burnley. Burnley are not going down this season.
Burnley, bro. With a passion.
I hate these, man. I really do hate these,
bro.
I don't mind them. But I tell you, they're not going down, Burnley. They're not going down. So Everton, Leeds, Brentford, my money's on Brentford. My money's on Brentford. But the thing is, the fact that Leeds have got rid of their manager puts me in a precarious situation with Brentford and Leeds. I think they're hand in hand. Everton need to win home games. Because they've only got 6. How can Everton have 6 wins this season in 24? That is unbelievable.
Outrageous.
Outrageous.
if your money's on Brentford to go down, I swear that would be the first time in God knows how long that all 3 promoted teams would go down. I swear that never happens.
Yeah, that never happens.
Wow.
Because am I correct in saying Norwich? Am I correct in saying Norwich, Watford, and Brentford were the teams that got promoted?
You're correct. And here's the thing, bro. Brentford lose to Norwich next weekend.
Ooh.
Mark my words. Mark my words. Norwich beat Brentford next weekend, and you guys will join me in the bottom 3.
Okay. let me read some more of the comments, and then Pete, we can move on to the rest of the results for the weekend. Lola says, I love Bielsa, but he kept shooting himself in the foot. Adrian says, give it Big Sam. what a moron. SW6 said Dash is going on a crazy late run. He thinks Burnley are going to make it. Tenzin says, do you want to go down player like Burnley, Norwich, or Leeds? I would choose Leeds. Huh? Oh, go. So if you're going to go down playing bad or go down playing attacking, either way,
the thing
man,
is, Leeds have been so bad. That's the thing.
Lola said, on my life, if Everton get relegated, I will laugh.
You
guys want this Lampard pack so bad.
Listen, Oscar said Lampard can't fail. Let me tell you, if I need him going down. I need him to go down.
I did say if they get relegated, that's a failure. I didn't.
I just said, listen, God, mate, he is in a relegation battle. I said it when the day before he walked in the door. I said he is in a relegation dogfight, as they say.
Do you know how beautiful it would be as a Liverpool fan to see Everton get relegated?
That's a good.
With Frank Lampard.
With Frank Lampard.
With Lampard.
Okay, hey, Mo, can I jump in there? With Dele Alli. Yes. Donny van der Beek, bring it inside.
Oh, beautiful. And then can you just imagine? I could run. Like, listen, Lampard, you can run the whole Lampard might be better than Gerrard as a player, but he'll never be a better manager because Gerrard's never getting relegated, boy.
Hey, man, it's close. It's close. It's close.
It is close indeed.
Baraka says Marsh came into Leipzig in a bad time. They lost some key players, and I fear, given the current situation at Leeds, Marsh could be offloaded. Peter, what else happened in the weekend?
Well, we spoke Lampard and Everton. Let's talk about the game at Goodison against.
Can we just talk about one thing, because it was
Foden's finish? Great finish from Foden.
It's a Foden finish.
It was a great finish from Foden. Cool.
It was open goal.
Calm and composed.
It was open goal.
He took the ball. He turned Pickford.
Me and Oscar watched this game literally together on his face.
Pete, as a Chelsea fan who saw an offside goal go against my team, multiple a dubious red card, I have to admit the worst refereeing decision of the weekend happened in Everton versus Manchester City when Rodri clearly handballs the ball in the box in the 85th minute, which would have awarded Everton a penalty. It was overlooked and not decided as a handball. I think that's a disgrace.
It was fully pat ball. The guy was playing pat ball, and the referee. I mean, Lampard's post match was brilliant. When he went on that rant, he said his 3-year-old daughter knows it's a handball. This guy was giving the spiel. Listen, I've told you, man, from day, I don't know why I watch this sport anymore. The purest reason is because I do this Top 4 podcast. Football is a bent sport. The sooner we all understand and agree, the better. Because decisions like that in plain sight, oh my goodness. Like, what is it? Was it unintentional? What did they see? What did they see? They didn't even look at VAR, did they? Oh, no, they did.
VAR checked it.
They did.
They never
Bro, imagine it didn't even go to the screen.
It didn't go to the screen, did it?
They said that they had all they needed. They had all the evidence they needed. It was not a handball. What a joke! What a joke!
Was Rodri? Was the Everton? I can't remember who the attacker was. Were they offside?
Here's my thing with that. I don't know if they were offside, but I think if they were offside, I think Sky Sports played up to the handball because they wanted all the clicks and the views.
I think that's a good shout.
By the way, no. By the way, it was confirmed after. It was nothing to do with
confirmed. Oh, so it was just.
But the Premier League confirmed.
So Guardiola was chatting was Guardiola just chatting was?
Do you know why? Do you know why as well, guys? Do you not remember on Sky Sports when they were showing the VAR replay, right? Not once did they show the offside.
No, not once.
VAR was looking at they were looking at the handball, bro. So this narrative that it was offside before no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They never looked at that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Mo. I'm with you. Shout out to Baraka. He says, watching with Mo and Oscar on a space. I was bro. We were in a space talking about Roman Abramovich while this game was on, and then obviously the meltdown from me and Mo because it was like, bro, this is clearly a handball.
Fuming, cause
this is clearly a handball.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because it felt like, do you know in 18-19 where we played at their ground and they were like, they had that clearance. Oscar does love a Twitter space. That's no cap.
Hey, coming from the king of all spaces. That's funny.
No. Jack of all spaces.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Jack of all spaces.
Yeah. I was gonna say king. That's someone else's.
Yeah, that's some other guy.
But I think. Do you remember when we played them 18-19 and we had that goal? Like the ball was that close to being over the line for a goal. It felt like that. Like Rodri doing that. And me thinking, I was just looking at it.
Can you imagine? Yeah, we all watched that game together. We watched it on Adrian's birthday that day. So Adrian saw that happen.
Oh, of course, of course.
Who is this guy in the comments, bro?
Was it Adrian's birthday? Or was it my birthday? Oscar, when that my birthday?
Yeah, but I swear you and Adrian have the same birthday anyway. You lot are 2 days apart anyway. I swear it was Adrian's birthday.
Adrian's the 7th, but I think it's just because it was Liverpool and you not done it in my yard. Anyway,
fair enough.
You know, Everton's losing streak against Man City continues. I think they've only won 1 in 10 against Manchester City. So, yeah, that was an absolute farce. And obviously,
Lampard let me down as usual. What a surprise!
Lampard done his job, man. He put in a decent performance, man.
Right.
If the referee done his job, we could have seen
Oscar, let me run through the rest of these fixtures.
Yes,
of course, Spurs beating Leeds 4-0. We were talking about Bielsa and Leeds United. West Ham United beating Wolverhampton Wanderers in a 6-pointer, if you will, 1-0 at the London Stadium. David, was there any shenanigans that took place? Man's on the mute thing.
He's not even muted. I don't know why we can't hear him.
Oh, wow. Them headphones there.
Headphones might not be working.
Massive, by the way, Brentford, I told you, are going down because, listen, they lost at home 2-0 to Newcastle United.
Bro, anyone that's losing to Newcastle, I'm looking at you sideways. But Eddie Howe's doing his thing. Eddie Howe's doing his thing, yeah.
They've improved.
Eddie Howe's gone at the end of the season, by the way.
You think so?
Bro, for anyone who thinks that he's been brought in for any tangible success.
Oh, you think Newcastle are going to get rid of him?
No, yeah.
As in, yeah, he's saying, you know, they're going to move.
Why?
Pastor's new.
Because what, Oscar, think about it, yeah. Like, respectfully, if I'm a player, like, think about the bracket they're in now, yeah. If they survive, do you know what the worst thing for Man City is? The worst thing for City is what they did themselves. Because now, do you know how they got taken over by obviously a country, yeah, and then became the team that they are. Now, when Newcastle go after players, them players are going to be like, yo, look what happened to City. Look what happened to those players. I want to be the next Vincent Kompany. I want to be the next David Silva. I want to be the next Sergio Aguero. I want to be there from the start. Get them to where they got, and I'm a legend forever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so do you know with
So you
City,
think Eddie Howe will hinder that? You think people want to play for Eddie Howe?
Oh, who's Eddie Howe, man?
Do you know what? I think if he's not in the top 10 come like November, I think they'll get rid of him.
Let me say this, yeah. Maybe he will get sacked in the summer, but I think they're gonna go big in the summer. Don't be surprised if he's the first to get sacked next season.
Yeah, you can put some good odds.
Bro.
You can put some good odds on that.
You're making sense. I thought when they appointed Eddie Howe, it was not a move to keep them up. It was a move for the future. That's how I felt. That's how I read it.
This is giving me Mark Hughes vibes. I'm getting Mark Hughes vibes from City.
Maybe. I mean,
and they're waiting for their Mancini. Basically, they're waiting for that Mancini move, and that could be, you know, don't be surprised if it's you know Allegri or the like people like that. You know, they could be in there. Kane is the best ball distributor in the Prem.
Maybe Thomas Tuchel, you know.
Maybe Thomas Tuchel. But yeah, Spurs are annoying because they just turn it on when they feel like it. Palace got a 1-1 draw against Burnley. Burnley are picking up points, you know, whether this draws or wins, they're picking up points.
No, listen, I don't want to go too hard on them, man. But listen, when your main aim is to let the ball bounce once in a whole game, I don't want to hear from you. You are anti-football. You are the Antichrist. I don't care what you want to call them. I hate that team with a passion, bro. Listen, they bought They bought one brother. They bought one brother and realized, oh, suddenly we can play football. Yeah, that's what happens when you sign the man. Them. You should have done that earlier.
Okay.
And they tried it. They tried it with the light skin man. It don't work like that. You got to sign one of the brothers, like one of the. You get me?
5 wins in 26 for the boss man Vieira. Oh, so it's a good point. It's a good point to bring up. You know?
These records need to be assessed. Robinho says Burnley. Baraka says this Burnley ball pisses me off. Bostakendo is putting Vieira on fraud watch though.
It's Palace. Leave him.
Relax,
leave the only black manager in the league alone, man.
Vieira.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I like. Let's keep it. We can.
Man.
I'll tell you what, though, people. Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Aston Villa 2. Very, very surprising result, in my opinion.
Steven Gerrard, mate.
Gerrard's got his 3 points.
He needed that win, bro. He needed that one.
I think he did.
On the shocker as well, man. Listen,
I think he did. Yeah.
A lot of these teams, like you look at Vieira, you look at Lampard, you look at Gerrard, bro. Look, when you come into a club, especially mid-season, it's not like that. You're not going to be able to implement your thing. You're not going to have your transfer window. Like Gerrard got some players in, but when you've got a lack of training sessions, you need a full pre-season. That's what these men need. So I really hope Palace, Palace, Everton, as long as Everton stay up, and Villa, I really hope they stick with these men. Give them that transfer window, that summer window, and give him a whole pre-season, and they'll cook.
Yeah, I think the pre-season is the main thing. Let him establish himself and figure out what pieces he needs. I mean, he should kind of have already done that so far. I mean, in mid-season, it's never easy to judge someone like that. Lola says it's not much of a shock. Villa needed it, and Brighton love to play well and not convert. Yes, these are facts.
Yeah, it's very true. Mind you, Villa took their goals well, and Danny Welbeck's header was a bit of a stinker. Oscar, lastly,
can I just? Sorry, I just want to pause here and say, look, there's a lot of people watching. Please like the video if you're new. Subscribe if you're new. It don't cost nothing to like the video, so just give us a little like. Do you know what I mean?
Hit that like, baby. Also, Southampton 2, Norwich City 0. Now, in this Southampton game, I did notice something, and Sky Sports brought it to my attention as well. This thing that Southampton do around the 68th minute, where they always have a break, where a player goes down tactically. Hassan who grabs his players, they start refueling, getting the gel in, and sort of getting
the protein bars,
get the protein bars in, and they're back on centre court, if you will. Thoughts on that? Is it cheating?
No,
are you guys okay with it, or
it's not cheating? It's utilizing what's available to you within the rules of the game. If a player goes down, they have to come off the field. They give a bit of time for that. I don't have an issue with it at all.
I think we should get that back in terms of, like in the COVID times, we had the breaks in like the first and second half in the middle, because we always played better in our second.
Those breaks saved Frank Lampard's career, man.
I'll tell you what, those breaks. We
were having shocking games until Lampard had a couple words.
I noticed that in our games as well. Arteta, I remember, because even when we won the FA Cup that year, it was just like it was by God's grace. I tell you. Whoa, Oscar, is that you? I don't know what that was. That's
not me, bruv.
Was that must have been me, because I didn't hear.
Do you know what this sounds like? Them drinks breaks talks Arteta did. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, Lola. I need them. I need them.
She needs it back.
Let me tell you, I need them now.
I'm bringing it back.
Yes. So those were the Premier League fixtures of the weekend. Oscar, what was the goal of the week?
Goal of the week for me was Matty Cash.
It's a brilliant finish.
Absolute banger from outside the box. Yeah.
It was an absolute banger. Anybody else got any other mentions for goal of the week?
Fabinho's penalty.
Relax.
Oscar, I think I might have to go with you on the Matty Cash. I'm trying to remember if there's another goal that I watched that I forgot about. That it doesn't really stem to mind. I know did Spurs score a good goal on the weekend? I'm trying to think.
Oh, they did, man.
Yeah.
They did, didn't they? Whose goal was it?
Kulusevski scored. Sorry,
Kulusevski. I'll tell you what.
Kulusevski scored a really good one, and then what's his
Matt
name?
Doherty.
Kane into Son, I thought was really good.
Mind you, the goalkeeper. Yeah, we were talking about Millier last week, and I was proper happy. Like, I was talking about how good he is, man. The goals he conceded, though, man.
I'm surprised Peter didn't put Foden's goal in nomination.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Foden's an excellent finish.
It was listen, when you get the ricochet in the 6-yard box, that ricochet in the 6-yard box, the way he controls it, he's done Pickford and he's put it in the back of the net. Yeah, I don't know, Matty Cash, I think, though. Yeah,
people in the comments are talking about Friday Night Football. Oriol Romeu did score a banger.
It's a good
banger.
Romeu did have a banger, but like I'm looking at the goalkeeper's position and I'm thinking, what's going on there? This was
a banger still, though.
It wasn't in the corner, Mo. It was middle of the goal. This shot.
That's the same Angus Gunn who was in the 9-0 defeat for Southampton.
Middle of the goal, just like Fabinho, you know.
Hey man,
I'm going with Matty Cash. Matty Cash goal was a finish. It was an absolute finish. I'd like to go with that one.
Why don't we go with Lacazette's own goal?
Oh, what a finish that was! What a finish that was! Who scored Arsenal's first goal? I'm trying to remember now.
Pepe, wasn't it?
Fake fan.
Oh, Pepe. Oh, Pepe's goal was really good. Bro, it's not a good finish. Now I'm messing around with.
Man said Pepe's goal because he never scores in the Premier League. That's why.
No, but you little turn. You know what I'm saying? Eddie with a little assist, and then my man done a pirouette.
I know for a fact when my man came on, not Pepe, the other you.
Nketiah.
I know you were screaming.
Yeah,
fam.
you were fuming, Pete. I know
you were fuming, cuz.
I'm trying to remember. No, because I'm trying to remember who he came on for.
Arsenal fans were fuming.
No. I wasn't fuming because we took off. I think Lola mentioned it before. We took off like defenders, and he was just putting on attackers. I was like, great, we need to go for the goal. Do as you must.
Fair
enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I remember I wasn't livid about that. Gabriel coming off, Martinelli coming off was a bit like, what's going on here? But other than that,
Martinelli's not been great in recent weeks.
No, he's not. I'll tell you that Man City game at the start of the year. I mentioned it on the pod. I said, listen, man, Martinelli's missed chances were not they were not normal. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
I don't think it's anything to worry about, though. I think he's.
I don't think so.
He had a couple of performances that flew under the radar. Obviously, he had the sending off, so he missed another game. But yeah, I think he'll be back. Like, he'll be back.
But yeah, listen,
he's a young player. He's just a young player.
For sure. My goal of the week is Pepe for sure. Let's go. Let's vote. Come on.
Really? Yeah, that's a howler.
That's a howler.
I'm going for Kashalevsky.
Cash. All right, Matt Cash wins the goal of the week. Oscar, team of the week.
All about that paper, boy. Come on.
Hey, Oscar, team of the week.
Team of the week. Ooh.
We had a decent result.
Sorry, my mind's gone blank. Who's team of the week?
Decent result. We had a decent result. Do we give it to Watford getting a point at Old Trafford? Do we give it to Newcastle winning at Brentford? Spurs got 4 at Leeds.
I'm gonna say Villa.
West Ham.
Yeah, Villa's a good result.
Villa needed it, man.
True that, but man, I think the team of the week.
I'll go. My team of the week is Newcastle United. They beat a rival, and they're looking like a team that's not going to get relegated anymore, which is crazy.
Oh, so Oscar, are you telling me that in order to achieve what they want to achieve, they have to beat their direct rivals?
Yeah, man. I think that's a reasonable argument. Like,
I swear down. Oh my god.
Oh, see, just because obviously some people on here, like, you know, they think.
Listen,
they need to do
that. if we're playing against a team against 10 men, you know, Josh De Silva got sent off inside 10 minutes in that game. So Newcastle were playing against 10 men. Just saying.
Newcastle United are 14th, bro.
Yeah, 14th. They're at the top of the pack.
And when my man came in, where were they? When my man came in, where were they?
They were bottom 3. I don't know if there was like 19th or 18th.
Mad.
They weren't below Norwich.
I'm giving team of the week to West Ham United to beat Wolves. And you know, it was a massive win for them. And they just keep grinding. They just keep going. I'm gonna give West Ham.
They would expect to win that, though.
Is that? Not if you listen. Mo, they wouldn't expect to win that if you listen to this podcast. Everyone on this podcast rates Bruno Lage really high.
I'm a big Bruno Lage man.
He's an amazing manager. I call him Bruno Medium because I don't think he's doing anything extraordinary over there.
You're a farce. You know that. You're an absolute farce. The fact that
he says while saying that Arsenal shouldn't be expected to go top 4, but we move.
We're not the 4th best.
No, because Wolves are better than Arsenal. That's why.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
My team of the week is Newcastle. Where are we going, guys?
I'm going West Ham.
Go on, Dave.
West Ham, mate.
Oh, it's 2-1. Come on, Mo. What you got? What you got?
I'm a back Newcastle still.
Okay. Comments. Leave your comments. Pick between Newcastle and.
Yeah, I ain't mad. I ain't mad if
Newcastle or West Ham. Yeah, let us know. First comment gets it, and then we decide.
Yeah, I ain't mad.
Should we move on to Player of the Week?
Player of the Week, please.
Luis Diaz.
Luis.
Oh, Luis Diaz.
Sorry. Robin got in there first. He said forever blowing bubbles. So that's a West Ham win.
Oh, West Ham win.
Lola said Newcastle right after, but I think Robin takes it still.
Right at the death. Player of the week.
Zeke said Chelsea team of the week. No, if we're doing that, it's Liverpool. 110%. We won a trophy.
I mean, Liverpool did win a trophy.
Liverpool won a trophy.
If you argued for Liverpool, I would not have said anything.
I thought we were just doing PL. No.
Just teams.
Liverpool. Take my thing back, man. Liverpool. How are you not voting against Liverpool? We won a trophy.
Do you know what? I forgot. I even forgot about Liverpool.
You did, but like it's Liverpool Football Club, isn't it? You should be winning trophies.
Oscar,
like, this is levels. Like.
Oscar, I changed my vote to Liverpool. They are the team of the week.
Yeah. Well, hey, Dave, come on, you got to back the thing still.
Come true, cuz.
It's a democracy, bruv. I got. It's true. So my vote is not needed.
We've had more political talk on this podcast than ever before. The player of the week for me.
My player of the week is Harry Kane.
Mine is going to be.
Look at Mo's picture. He's got a picture of flipping Thiago with the ball. I'm sick of this guy, man.
I'm going Harry Kane. Harry Kane. I'll second you, Oscar. Harry Kane's the player of the week.
Harry Kane's my player of the week. Yeah.
Oh, Ben Foster.
Just before I go for a second, I'm voting for Kepa Arrizabalaga.
You have no shame. Ben Foster. I'm going Ben Foster. David, quickly.
Harry Kane, bro.
Harry Class A, yeah.
SW6 and Robinho both said Harry Kane. So
Harry.
Let's move into not that guy. David, who's not that guy, bro?
Not that guy. We need to again international, bro. Yeah. This gentleman was too fast predicting the demise of a certain royalty. And to behold, the source was talking about a different person, and he's gone with Bear Vim. Basically, Jason Lee, he runs Hollywood Unlocked.
He's had a stinker. He's had a stinker.
The person told him that the Queen has passed, but the Queen he was referring to was from a famous band, not the Queen Lizzie, bruv. So Jason Lee, you're not so good, bro. Sort your crap out, blood.
Your facts straight.
Get your facts straight, bro. Now, let's go back to the football team, because
Queen Lizzie.
Not that guy this week, yeah. I'm not even going to go through it. He was born the 3rd of October, 1994. So he's 3 years older than man. No, he's 3 years younger. He's 27, because... And he's already cost one Italian the League Cup. He disrespected the team. I didn't come off the pitch when he was asked to. Like. And the result of that, they lost that game, the trophy. 2-2's now. It's coming to the 120th minute, bro. My man, I don't know why Sky Sports panned to this guy, bro. Man's coming out the dressing room. Man walked past the Alf Ramsey's bust over there, bro. Yeah, I'm going to make history today, cuz.
Howler. Big howler.
Yeah.
Howler.
Man then buried 11 penalties past him, blood. Fabinho Panenka him. Van Dijk put it in the corner where he was actually standing. And then what's the keeper? Liverpool keeper. What's his name? I don't know the butcher's name.
Quiveen Kelleher.
Kelleher buried him, bruv. And my guy proceeds to take a goal kick, a Johnny Wilkinson conversion thing. Them NFL kickers team to decide. It's such a howler. So you've cost Chelsea, and the last trophy you're winning is the what? Look at that.
What on
Yo,
earth?
he saw Oscar and thought he was playing. He saw Oscar and thought he was playing for the Washington football team, bro.
Hey, Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders.
Washington Commanders, bro. Yeah.
Hey, that ball's going all the way up the M1 to Anfield, bro.
That is on the air. That is en route.
Guys, it looked like he was taking a goal kick. How did he think this was going in? How did he think this was a good shot? He literally cleared. I've never seen a penalty that bad.
That is serious. That is a serious one.
Kepa,
it's like Jason punching. That was the Jason punching at White Hart Lane for Palace. That is, if you guys don't remember it, Google it. Oh my God! But yeah, go on, David.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Kepa, Arrizabalaga, Reverta. You're not that good, bro. Suit it up,
bro. He wasn't that guy the entire 1920 season. He wasn't that guy when we signed Kepa to replace him. And this season, despite playing minimal minutes, only cup competitions, he's found a way to take the spotlight and be not that guy again. It's absolutely crazy. Boss Like Endo says, Oscar, what was your reaction live in the flesh? I can't lie. We were just tired. Like, the game was so exciting. Everybody had exerted their energy. We'd had so many false goals where we celebrated and then we're told not to celebrate. So
it was a great atmosphere, wasn't it? It
was
came through on the TV well.
It was brilliant atmosphere. But after 20 penalties of each team, we were just like, okay, somebody missed now. Like, we were kind of waiting for someone to miss so we could go home.
Oscar was just happy that he could go home immediately.
For real.
Bro, I didn't even Bro, it was unfortunate though, because when I left the ground, there was a lot of Liverpool fans leaving with me because they had to get trains back. So,
bro, it is peak. You know what? To be honest, because that journey back to Liverpool, that is a mazza.
Yeah, why is it 4:30 as well? This kickoff, it's just a farce. It should be a 3 o'clock.
What time should it be?
3 o'clock. What do you mean 4:30?
3 o'clock on a Sunday.
Well, that's a cup final.
Oh, fair enough.
First of all, why is it a Sunday?
Yeah, we were tired at the end of the game, man. We just wanted to go home. I can't lie.
Right, Oscar. Let me just breeze through some big games that are happening next week. There's a game tomorrow. Burnley at home to Leicester City. We don't have to predict, but I think Burnley beat Leicester tomorrow. 12:30 on Saturday. Leicester plays Leeds United, so we'll get to see Mr. Jesse Marsh in the dugout for the first time up against Brendan Rodgers. Chelsea are away at Burnley. No wonder why you lot don't like Burnley. You're going there this weekend, Turf Moor, 3 o'clock kickoff. What do we think, Chelsea?
Tough one. I'm hoping we can get the W, but if we don't, that'll be really, really disheartening.
No, I think Chelsea will do it. You got the quality.
Are we not talking about FA Cup because Arsenal ain't in it no more?
Is there FA Cup this weekend?
Yeah, it's a fact. There's FA Cup this week.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got a game on Wednesday too.
Oh, you not playing?
We got Luton.
Norwich.
I mean, they're nothing games. You lot will go through.
There are nothing games, but you just sped over it.
We lost to Nottingham Forest, cuz.
Yeah, come on, man. You can't speed over it like it's nothing. This is a real tournament.
Oscar, you said you're playing Luton, and Mo, you said you're playing Norwich. Do me a favor.
The Norwich Premier League side, man.
Yeah, Norwich got further than you, bro.
That's a fact.
Who did they play?
Respect them, for.
You can't say who did they play because you played Nottingham Forest.
You played Nottingham Forest. Oh wait,
a team contending for Premier League action. A team that's contending for Premier League action next year.
No, Oscar, the excuse is.
No, listen.
The excuse is Nottingham Forest have got more European pedigree in it.
We were a disgrace. Me and Oscar watched it live. It was a farcical performance.
Yeah, it was horrible.
We did have no players as well.
Also, PR, you said Nottingham Forest are contending to come to the Premier League. They're 9th in the Championship currently.
How many points are they off the playoffs? Thank you very much.
Is 6th, right?
Correct.
They're 3 points off it.
Correct. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but there's a whole lot of teams in there.
I said they're fighting for the promotion, aren't they? Which is correct.
So if they don't get it, they're failure.
No, not really. They weren't expected to until they changed the manager.
Oh, look at
5:30 kickoff. I think it's a big game. It's a good game to watch. Liverpool at home to West Ham.
Liverpool, man. That's it. Hey, bruv, you're finishing my ears, blood.
Yeah, whoever that is, I don't know what it is.
Hey, that's Oscar, bruv.
Oscar's rubbing that. Oscar's caressing that mic upon the thing, man.
Sorry, it has to be me because I wasn't listening to it. I couldn't hear it, so it has to be me. I'll hold the mic so that.
Hey, Liverpool,
guys! It can't be Oscar. He ain't got a beard.
Oh, what's that? Well, that's the most unnecessary shot I've ever heard.
Bro, Oscar, you've known me for God knows how long now. Like, you know,
man.
These unnecessary strays come in all the time, cuz.
Abdi said it. He said Mo's got hella lip. Pause.
Wait, Abdi, listen, go watch comps of Varane at Real Madrid and then chat to your boy, yeah? Don't chat to me, cuz. Yeah, focus on Conference League Varane, cuz.
Champions League Varane.
You see, Abdi's got a hella lit for someone who supports Man United Football Club. Champions League Varane. Yeah, man, we're telling me.
This is hilarious, bro.
Robinho says, "Dude, gang, shout out, Robin."
No, look at Robin coming out the woodwork, eh? There's some tasty fixtures, hard to predict. Villa at home to Southampton. Tough game, this. Big game.
Yo, Peter, bro. Snooze fest, bro.
Yeah, it's not. First of all, it's not a snooze fest. Show some damn respect.
No, I'm with you. If it was on TV, I'd probably watch it.
Fine.
This is the top 4 podcast.
Fine. Newcastle, Brighton. Should we move on from that?
Yeah, that Saudi, they'll finish.
It's always loved, Abdi. It's always loved.
6-pointer. What's it called? Norwich City against Brentford. As I told you, Norwich will win that home game against Brentford. Brentford will be sinking like a stone. We'll move on to the weekend's game, Sunday's games. Watford at home to Arsenal, 2:00 kickoff.
Oh, Watford got this, man.
Who's your money, man? This guy.
Hey, no, it's a tough game, bro.
It's not. Arsenal will walk that game.
I don't know how we better not draw this game, bro.
No. Arsenal will walk this game. Not for the Dyer.
I need an Arsenal
defeat. After that, Dennis Isaac comes and just finishes us, bro. Nah, bro.
Listen, bro. We will beat Watford at Vicarage Road.
I'm saying draw, bro.
We'll show Man United how it's done.
What?
We'll
you draw, bro.
Watch us get beat now.
Bro,
Man City...
you know what I'm praying for? I'm praying Arsenal flop it against the teams that they should be beating.
Yep.
Because then you got no excuse, Peter. Then you got no excuse.
None whatsoever.
Yeah. Man City at home to Manchester United is the fourth. No, I'm saying, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Manchester City at home to Manchester United, 4:30 kickoff. It's the Manchester derby, people.
Manchester City, bro.
City.
Ronaldo ain't gonna do that.
Although I know Mo is hoping that Bruno and the man could do him a favor.
Bro, Oscar, it will not surprise anyone if Man United collect 3 points at the Etihad this weekend.
Nah,
it's not surprising anybody.
Peter, not with Maguire in the back four, bro.
Maguire got dropped the last game, so it might not be Maguire.
Listen, Abdi, on Sunday, 20 times, Man United.
This guy's gonna be singing and singing.
I'm for it. Bring it home, boy. Bring it home.
Yeah, City. It has to be Pamage. I need Pamage, but I think Man United could nick something here, man. I don't trust City. I don't trust Guardiola, man. I just don't trust you against Man United at the Etihad anyway. I don't know what it is. Monday Night Football, when we're going live on the podcast, Tottenham are at home to Everton Football Club.
Another L.
Spurs against Everton.
I was thinking another L.
You know what, yeah?
Lampard's going to be mudded, cuz.
I'm not going to lie to you. Hey, you man. I'm not going to lie, yeah? I've got a cheeky fiver on Lampard getting sacked before the end of the season. I've got a cheeky one. There's a cheeky fiver. I've got one right here. Winston Churchill.
Wait, where's this game being played at?
At the Armitage Shanks.
Huh?
The toilet bowl. Go next time you go for a wee. Go read the toilet bowl at the local boozer. Armitage Shanks.
Tottenham Stadium.
That's the brand.
Oh, the best stadium in London. Yeah, okay.
It's the best stadium in the world. you know the ones.
No. Come on, just in London, man. That's all. But yeah, do you know what? I reckon Everton could get something. You know.
Don't be silly, Everton.
Even me, who's on this Frank Lampard train, I don't see Everton getting nothing against Tottenham. You see ones like Oscar. I swear, if Lampard gets sacked, you're officially overrated,
bro. What do you mean officially, bro? You already is.
Nah, man. My reputation is clear until Lampard goes.
Mo, as a Liverpool fan yourself, you have to say, Everton winning at Tottenham is honestly, you're expecting miracles.
Why are we acting like Tottenham are this big deal though?
They're not, but Everton they are in the mud. They are toffees. The toffees, that's what they are. They're just soft.
Oh, but listen, I got to back the young English manager, bro. Of course,
of course you do.
All right, go on. You go back. Go
Listen,
back
bro.
Brexit FC, bro.
I believe in the Italian stallion, man. I'm telling you. I don't know.
Hey, if Lampard beats Conte, I'll be unbearable on this podcast. I will be unbearable.
Bro,
You guys are wishing, man. You man
this
are
guy
wishing.
will literally go on a space and tell man that Lampard is a better manager than Conte ever was.
He's a farcical guy.
Hey,
that's why.
Hey, you know, I might. You know what I mean?
You're a farcical
and he fully bought him a league title as well, bro. And
I like
can't
the
stand
disrespect.
No, but these man hate him though.
Right, look, first of all, we're Chelsea Football Club. Many managers have brought us league titles. Yeah, it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement for love and like I'm
they just bite the hand that feeds them, David. They don't know what they've got till it's gone. Hopefully, Roman and his billions have to go, and Chelsea can get bankrupt again. That's what we're all hoping for. That's what I'm genuinely hoping for. That
yeah, man. Keep praying for it. Keep praying for it, man.
In the
boss like that's a howler, bro. Oscar don't run no Twitter spaces.
He said, "Look, boss like Endo said it. You know what I mean? He said
it. This guy don't even host spaces, cuz.
That's a fact. I just turn up. You know what I mean? I just turn up and leave.
This guy
a little co-host here and there. You know what I mean?
Man said a little co-host. You're a joke, man. You're a joke.
You are a joke.
Yo, guys, those were the predictions for next week's football. And Mo, let us know where we can catch you on the socials. What's popping? What's happening?
Yeah, you can catch me on Twitter at Jack of all spaces. We run hella spaces. I do them obviously for Liverpool, but we do it about football in general. Obviously, Oscar's normally on there as well. You can also catch me weekly on Matisse. MAH. He's a big Chelsea account. Yes. If anyone knows him, on his Twitch, we do a weekly show. So yeah, you can catch me on there as well, man. Big up, man. I want to say big up to the Top 4 podcast. Obviously, all you man as well. It's been amazing. It's been brilliant. I appreciate you having me on as well, man. Big up.
Hey, it's been great to finally get you on, bro. When is your platform coming? When is the Mo channel
spaces
or the
platform,
Mo like? Yeah, when is your thing? Because we're ready for that.
Yeah, listen. Obviously, you know, I might have a little podcast in a pipeline with yours truly, Mo Squared and that. AKA Mojo. Mohammed.
Another Top 4 podcast regular. Big up Mohammed.
Yeah, big up. So
we'd love to see that,
might be on that one still.
We'd love to see that. Yeah, as long as you cut off Mohammed when he goes on his rants about context for 25 minutes, I'll listen to that all the time, man.
Yeah, that guy's moving like Nelson Mandela every time he makes a point, man.
Everyday speeches, man. I love Mohammed, though.
He's like, I have a dream. And I'm like, I don't care, bro.
That's a lot of things, man. Yes, big up. You done know. Big up to Mo. We have to get you on again as per. And big up to everyone that's locked in today. Make sure you follow us at Top 4 Podcast on the Twitter. We're on Instagram as well. Don't forget Instagram. We're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud.
Hey,
TikTok
business. We're on TikTok now as well, bro. I made a TikTok
business, baby.
Yeah.
Hey,
so go follow that. There's a couple TikToks on there already, and I'm gonna be posting some more throughout the week. So go check.
And please do, guys, hit the like button on this video if you're still here. The fact that there's some of you still on here after 3 hours, you lot are legendary. So please do hit the like button so we can get this podcast going further and further forward. We want to thank everybody. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, no, big up Tenzin. He says Mo, no H on the Mo. He says Mo was good today. His takes were good. C1 says Mo is a politician. He has to hold that.
Listen to all Chelsea fans listening, and plus Abdi. You're also in there. You can all hold that, fam. All you man can hold that still.
He says, Mo, do one, my guy. See you next week when United ruin City's title chance.
Go.
Inshallah.
Hey, but Robinho said, Oscar, go to bed. I'm not going to bed because I don't have work tomorrow, because tomorrow is actually my birthday. So I'm
popping them bottles, baby.
30 years old, man. Big up.
Hey, not quite, man. I'm not a big 3-0 yet.
Mo, fam, you gave me a heart attack. I was like, right, is he 30 tomorrow?
Nah, man. I'm not the big 3-0 just yet, bro.
How's man your brother? And I didn't know you were 30 and 30. That is hype.
You're a joker, man.
What are you? What, score 9?
Might be, bro. Might be.
But yes, do shout us next week. Yes, big up to everybody. You done know. Next week, next Monday, when Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. We'll see you then. Peace.
Peace later, people.